Anyway, last time the party left Port Leilon, the starter town that we started 17 weeks ago, and you boarded a boat, which seemed to work itself. Later on, you discovered that it was run by ghosts, a family of ghosts, and they had some sort of dealings with the bond, and also while you're at sea, you got attacked by some underwater sea pirates. Which you fought.
Are you sure you're not thinking about Monday?
No, they weren't underwater pirates. Those were above water pirates.
Those were above water.
Completely different campaign. I don't understand how you can get so confused.
Yeah, sorry.
And you had smooth sailing after that into the Lissarat, which you know of is a just a small little port town, little jungle town. I was gonna put something together. This wasn't really what I described, but this is a really cool map, and so I wanted to use it. I just sort of...
Hold on, I gotta join.
Fancied it up a little bit. But...
P-Lissarat.
Yeah, if Jack makes it... Whoa, Talespire crashed. If Jack makes it in here tonight, it will be loud. He's probably in an episode of the podcast, at least one of them.
Hey guys. So, nice little town. I did some additions to it. I added the jungle behind it. I added some more boats in the waters, but also I added the big... place you guys are in, but it's a fancy town. Perfect port town for what I was thinking.
Is this place 2-story?
Yes, it is now. Just for this, because that was the best building I found. Yeah.
No, he's no better than you, Isaac.
What are we
on? The biggest map so that my computer can crash.
Hey, I mean, did you see? They just launched they just announced the new NVIDIA 40 series GPU. Now you can buy one of those, and then you're going to be hecka ballin', Michael, and get that $1,600 4090.
$1,600 video card?
Yeah, just the video card.
That's expensive.
You won't need another video card for a long time.
Unless it dies.
Yeah.
Or you can buy a 3090. A 3090 is like $800 now. So
I had someone looking into like getting me a sponsored deal just to get me a computer.
Oh yeah,
I haven't heard back. I haven't heard back yet though. So
I buy power.
One of those okay. So you don't want those.
I don't know who.
I watched.
It was with
nothing now.
I watched Gamers.
Just ruined the sponsorship deal.
Sorry. I watched Gamers Nexus, and he did a series where he ordered computers from all the different pre-made fab shops, and then went over how good or bad they were put together. Most of them are god awful construction. How did they leave this? This could short and blow up the computer. Wow, this is a cheap part. Oh, you can't do anything to. It's rough. Pre-mades are pretty rough.
Well, I would happily take one, and I would like to tell my viewers how great it is as well. If any of you sponsors are watching today.
Yes.
All right.
If there's any component sponsors, that's what you want. You want a component sponsor that can send you branded parts, and then you build that as this is the all ASUS PC or something like that. A la LTT, you know.
Okay, once you can be my manager. You go get that for me.
I'd go get it for me and then tell him it was for you. And I'd give you my computer, which is still pretty new.
Yeah, Corsair I think is the sponsorship folks.
Corsair doesn't make anything but cases and power supplies, I think.
Yeah.
And RAM.
Still, that's something.
I've got Corsair RAM and fans.
I know you're gonna make me edit you out of this episode. That's right.
I know you.
Everything's
ain't
garbage. Anything that would sponsor us is garbage.
No. It's not garbage. I love Corsair, dude. I made a lot of money on their stock too. I love Corsair. Corsair, you're the best. 10 out of 10. Your monitors are a little overpriced for what you get though.
Anyway, it's D&D time. Mine is Francisco, who is whose tummy hurts. So
actually, this time, for real this time.
We are in the fish shop, and last time, as you guys made it to Lissarat, you had troubles figuring out what to do in Lissarat. You wandered around a bit. You found a fish shop that a bum by the shore told you about. You went to the fish shop. You looked around. The guy's kind of grumpy. So then you went and tried to get a room at the tavern. That guy was kind of grumpy as well. And you didn't want to get a tavern, a stay in that place. So you went to the little rinky-dink one at the edge of town. Friendly lady, and she let you stay there for a fee. And you stayed in that inn for the night. You came back in the morning, and you went into the fish shop, and you got a little bit more aggressive fish buying. And the the fishmonger has a cleaver in his hand. He said something along the lines of "Get back or else," and he knocked on the door. 2 big elves step in the doorway, and we roll initiative.
What?
So
wait, I wanted to say okay.
Can you
can I say something first?
You can say whatever you want.
Is Michael's camera off or anyone else in the Discord?
No, click Discord and it should pop back up.
Mine does that to me all the time. I have to click on it. Anytime someone's camera goes off and back on.
So whenever he says, basically we're gonna have a problem here, and he opens the door and there's 2 guys, I want to look him in the face and say, "Fine. Don't want to be here anyway. The man at the docks was right all along. Smells like fish in here." And I will start to leave if I am allowed.
I noticed there was a comment at the end of our last one that said that, and I was wondering if someone was gonna pick up on this. So
I said it to Eric and Joe right after the thing. I was like, I think I was supposed to say that.
So you, as this thought occurs to you, you've been in with the bond for a while. You don't remember ever having a saying or a sign. That's new to you. Never happened for you before. As you say that, he's still holding his cleaver tight, and the 2 big elves, these are like pretty strong-looking elves, are standing in the doorway. And he looks at you. He says, "What'd you say?"
Said it smells like fish in here.
He kind of relaxes. And he shakes his head. He looks at the rest of you. And he says, "Through the door." And he's pointing to this side door over here.
I mean, it does kind of stink in here.
Krog looks back. He's ready to fight. His fists are up, and he looks around and he says, I'm going to wash the door."
My belly hurts. It smells like fish in here.
These are double doors. So he's outside here watching the outside. This is actually kind of a small place, but I thought we were gonna have combat in here, so I wanted to make sure that it was a little bigger. So anyway, this door over here is where he points you to. And
I look at him and squint and make my way towards the door. Stupid phrases.
The door for the back room shuts, and he's still eyeballing you guys. As you go into the room, it's just a pantry. And, it's just a small little 5-foot square thing. And he says, "Just knock on the back door."
Tick, tick, tick.
And it slides open. And in front of you is a staircase that leads down.
I'll look back at the rest of the party. Okay.
I'm following you. Let's go.
Yep.
I will walk down the stairs.
Okay, so down the stairs you go. It leads you into... Sorry, I didn't get a map for this one. Into basically a bar. Take these stairs down, and you've got a bar set up, and there's a big table on the right side full of... There's 10 people in here altogether, plus the person behind the bar. All but 2 of them are elves, and none of them are familiar to you, Eru. But they're all elves, and they look like they're of a type, if you know what I mean. They're a little more. What I'm trying to say. They're more.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, what are you trying to say? I want to hear this.
Roguish type. Roguish types.
What do you mean?
I got you.
Roguish types. You can see also there's 8 of them are elves. There is a goblin down here, and there is a human down here. And they're all just sort of sitting at the tables. They stop and they look at you as you come walking down. And the one behind the bar, elf, looks up at you guys. Says, "What's your business?"
I was summoned here.
Triven.
Oh, who said that?
The barkeep says that.
Yes, that's me.
Who are these?
They
Points the
with
rest
me.
of you. Well, you're the summoned one, so the rest of you go in there. So in this room, there's 3 doors. He says, Triven, you're in the far door. The rest of you go in the other one. And he points to, so Triven, arrow to the far right door, and the other 3, he points to the left door.
Okay.
Why?
Before I leave, why am I here?
That's not my business.
I want to inspect the door.
It's a sturdy door. This bar it's all stone, and there's the 4 tables in here, and it's just a bar with some kegs and just like, it's just basically just sitting around having in a tavern basically is what you're at right now. Just quiet. Door's just kind of a sturdy wood door. Nothing too fancy about it. The right one and the left one are both just standard doors. The one in the middle is banded, so it has some metal banding on it. But everything other than that, they all pretty much those just standard doors.
I look back to the bartender. What's your name?
Fave.
Do I have your word that they are safe here, Viv?
Safe as always.
Can I insight check this guy?
Sure.
Safe as always. What does that mean? That is not great.
It means as safe as always.
Okay.
I want to incite this. I want to do an insight on him too.
Rolling it.
Getting there. This is gonna be really good.
You got a timer. Timer's running out. No time for insight checks. Ooh, that's good.
0.
That's good. You think this guy? He's pretty nice. He's much
my best
nicer
friend.
than the tavern guy upstairs and the guy in the fish shop. This guy could be your best friend. One of the elves stands up from the chair in the main room and walks over to the rest of you. Says, "Come on," and opens up the door. Kind of motions you inside. Inside for them. Inside, it's just a small 10 by 10 room, and there's just a chair and tables in there.
Before I go in there, I want to look at Ulf and see if it's okay.
Oh,
Don't feel
Ulf is
comfortable.
dead.
Ulf is dead.
I met
We
Arrow.
did not carry him here.
You're gonna make Eric cry.
yeah.
Bring his name up again.
He comes in with an Ulf puppet like on the strings. And he's like, hey, guys, what's up? We brought his body all the way back.
Look at Arrow and see if it's okay to go in there.
At Eru?
Yes.
I want to look in there and does it look fine? Can I
It's just
inspect it enough to see if there's traps in there?
give me well, you leave it with me old. So this is kind of like for what you're at now is something a little bit more familiar to you. In some of the more you mostly hung out in the main town, and that's pretty much it, right? So you were in the kind of the capital area, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of your passive influence giving you this is a much more secretive thing. Like they're not open in Treskwood, but they're not as discreet and hidden as they are here. But then once you get downstairs here and you get the bar and you have the other rooms, this is familiar to you. This is pretty typical stuff. You may find someone's barn or someone, or the barber shop, that kind of thing. And you've got kind of the back room, which is kind of the main area, and you've got a couple different rooms. Like there's usually a main officer of some kind that leads this region of the bond. If anything, like if you saw anything kind of fishy going on, or there was any sort of anything questionable, kind of your standard, your SOP, split the party up, split the group up, and maybe a little bit of questioning, or mostly just keep the group split up. Then so you don't want to keep them together. Basically, it's kind of the standard way it works. So you've got kind of like a waiting room, basically, in different spots. Mostly just to keep strange visitors from being together.
So this would seem like this separation would seem normal,
Yeah,
and safe for them at least.
yeah. Keep watching their backs. They see a group of well-armed folks coming down the stairs. This is the
And
way
it would
of
be like there would be nothing that would make me think that my party was in direct danger.
not direct, but I mean, you know of someone mouthing off and being put down, but that's rare.
Right. But it's not like typically we take these other people we don't know and lead them into a room, and then that room fills with gas, and they
No, none of that.
Okay.
They're working under the law. They're not like trying to. They're not outright, killing people.
All right.
Too many
Aaron.
questions. Too many questions.
Aaron, are you sure you want to go by yourself?
I'm sure I don't, but I don't think they are going to let me go with anyone else.
I think that's the least they could do. I mean, you came all the way here on their terms. You might as well at least try and take something back. I just don't want to see you go in there alone, not come back.
So from my experience, is there any way that I could convince these people to let me stay with my party? Or is that like just a thing that just does not happen?
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Anytime anyone went to go talk to the boss or whoever's in charge, they would never bring friends with them.
It's not kindergarten, it's a gang.
I should be all right. I don't think that they called me all the way here just to kill me.
Door opens where Aru's walking in, and out steps a kind of a scrawny, regal-looking, pale or fair-skinned, like blonde hair elf guy, and he steps out and he's using Trivan. And you don't recognize him. He's like, "Come on in, Trivan. Let's have a talk."
Who are you?
Well, let's go have a talk, and then we'll talk about who we are. I'm excited to meet you. He stands by his chair, by his door.
What
Is this in front of everyone?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll insight that as well.
Why can't I roll?
Friendly guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's safe. He seems like a friendly guy. He's not gonna hurt Aru.
How far apart are these rooms that we're in?
This whole room is probably 20 by 20. And so they're on opposite ends.
I will
So
just knowingly look at Saren and nod, knowing that he knows that I can send him messages.
Okay.
And I will go in with this guy.
okay. Closes the door. There's one other elf in there. Just kind of standing guard. It's just like kind of your standard office. It's got a wooden desk, nice looking desk. It's got a bunch of books and trinkets behind him on the wall. He's got a rack on the right wall, which I realize I think my Discord turns me around, but on the right wall, and I say right, it actually points left, but he's got a bunch of different scimitars in that. He's got 5 of them in there, all nice looking. They are like, a couple of them are like that elven glass that that is famous here in these lands. Nobody goes and has a sits down at the desk. There's a chair there, and he points. He says, "Have a seat, Trivan."
I'll stare at it for a moment before I sit.
So I understand you're a little cautious, but there's no reason to be. We're here to help each other. I think that I think you and your whatever you call those folks with you, are they you gonna be bringing them into the bond here? That's the plan.
It was not my intention.
Well, all right, maybe we can probably talk later about that. But you came at a good time. I have some work that needs done, and I think that I was just gonna have you do this, but since you've got your whole posse there with you, I think you could probably do this all on your own.
Who are you? I was told Elrodar wanted me back.
I'm sorry. My name, just call me Mac. Folks around here call me Mac. That's probably best. Yeah, Eldar. Yeah, he's looking for you, and we'll go talk to him. But first, we gotta take care of this, and then we'll go see Eldar. You understand? We can't go just marching in there. We gotta, something about you. I guess there's questions about you leaving and running away, but that's ridiculous. I understand. So we should make sure you're on the up and up, and on, make sure you understand what the situation is. But really, it's just need you to deliver something, and you go take that over there. Come on back, and then we'll go have a chat with Elrodar. He says, also, I'm sure you know this, but it's best when you're walking around town not to go mentioning names like Elrodar, or saying things around this town. This isn't Treskwood, you understand? This is Lisserat, so we're, keep it a little bit more quiet around here. You understand?
Has he gotten careless?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Used to be only people who knew his name knew not to cross him.
Well, I don't intend on crossing him, so I'm not sure what that has to do with anything.
Why would it matter if I say his name? If only those people know.
It's just not a name you want to go around promoting, questioning, especially in a town like this.
And what if I mention your name?
What are you going to talk to? It's fine with me. Just make sure you say something nice about me.
Why am I here, Mac?
Like I said, we're going to send you on a little mission. You and your party. Just need to go drop off. I got a bag for you. Drop off in Alatia. Alatia is the name of the town. More of a mission. Yeah, Alatia is it's the town where the it's a couple days southwest of here, where the springs are for Lisserat.
Okay.
It's kind of a folks will journey there. Worshippers and things will go there to worship at the holy site of Lisserat. It's gonna set up a little town there now because of all that.
Okay, Mac, you tell me this. I was followed and told to come back here. I did not want to come here. But it was impressed upon me that it was important. That if I didn't, I would be in trouble. I would like to know why I am here. Certainly not to make some delivery.
Well, you see, like I said, there's some questions about your loyalty. And I just want to make sure that we're clear. I figure while you're here, we might as well put you to work. Elrodar's busy man.
My loyalty is to myself.
Fine by me, as long as you understand where our loyalties are.
And where are those?
Well, to each other. He smiles at you.
Don't say it. I was fine where I was. I would not say anything about the bond. I would just live my life.
And
But I was brought here.
leans back in his chair. He says, "Well, Problem is, that's not really how it works. You understand that. Once you're here, you're here for life. We don't ask much of you. In fact, well, you're just gonna be a delivery boy today.
Resisting the urge. What do you mean, not much is asked of me? I was brought in as a child.
Well, I don't really know about your story and your, you know, I mean, we all have different stories. But you understand, you can't just leave. That's not really how it works.
What is your errand?
Well, there's this fella named Rogar out there in Alatia that he's got to deliver some supplies to him.
What kind of supplies?
Just supplies.
Is that all I get? Is it dangerous? Can I throw it on the ground and it won't explode?
It's just a bag of supplies. So you're good. You can leave. You can leave right now if you're ready for it.
Are we receiving any kind of payment?
Really just loyalty. And you get to go speak with Elrodar. That's why you're here,
I
right?
want to go speak with Elrodar. I only came because he demanded it.
Well, and you think it's wise to just ignore Elrodar?
I am here.
There you go. Go do the job. Come on back. We'll have a chat.
Can I insight check him again?
Sure.
$18.
What are you trying to insight from him?
If what he's saying is true, like if this is a decree like directly from Elrodar that I do this first, if he knows indeed where Elrodar is, and if I am going to talk to him after I do this.
That's a lot to insight.
Yeah.
It's all the same person.
You get the feeling that I'll grow your insight into a little bit of your history with these folks. So you know that, like, there's different... Well, maybe you don't know. You're gleaming from this insight check that he is a satellite of the bond you know.
I'm putting that together just between what's happening right now and what Zarik told me.
Right, yeah. If he intends to take you to Elrodar and all that, maybe you're not really getting a good yes or no on that.
I'll say, tell me a little bit about the organizational structure here. Do you report directly to Elrodar?
That's kind of a strange question. Yeah, we can talk whenever.
Whenever, huh? Is he here?
He's close. He's busy man. He says,
What's in the middle room over there?
look, you understand how this works. You go do the job. You don't ask questions. You just do the job. You come back. And then we figure out from there.
I'm under the impression that Elrodar wanted to speak to me.
Yeah, that was
not
the impression.
Have me run errands for his lowlings.
He says, I don't want this to be any trouble. I just need some help from you. And your job is to go out and deliver this for me.
Why can't you have someone else that works here do it? Why me?
Well, because you're here.
What about all those other people out there? They are here.
Well, because I asked you to do it.
What is the transport like? I noticed there are no roads out of here.
There's a path. You head to that bakery over there and you walk out the doors and there's a path you can head out. It's about a 2-day walk. I just got a bag for you. And he, behind the desk, he pulls out this bag, sets it on the table. Just a kind of your standard backpack. Says,
Can I tell about how heavy it was when you picked it up? Or when you set it down?
it didn't look like there was much in it.
Okay.
Pretty light. And he pulls out a box. Sets it on the counter, too. He says, just deliver this to old Rogar. If he has any problems, receive payments. He's going to give you 2,000 gold for this. Bring that back. Bring the bag back. If he has any problems, or doesn't give you 2,000 gold, show him the box. That's it. 4 days, you'll be back. We'll go talk with Eldertar. I don't have to remind you. It's advisable to not look in the bag. Don't do anything stupid. Just go do the job. Come back. We're done.
I'll just stand up and grab the stuff and start walking out.
Okay. The other 3 of you, Krog's outside keeping watch. he's sitting on the docks.
The only time he doesn't have a tummy ache is when he actually has a tummy ache. My immersion.
The 3 of you go in, and there's an elf in there. Looking at 3 of you, and he asks you to have a seat.
Okay. I thought I was already having a seat, so.
Well, we're back where this is happening same time as other stuff. So he looks at the 3 of you, and he sits there for a minute and looks, and he points at Saren, and he says, "Saren."
That would be my name.
Zarik.
That's correct.
I don't remember your name. What is it?
A-Rock.
A-Rock. Where are you from, A-Rock?
I'm from that island with the big dragon on it.
Oh, wow. See any dragons out there?
Would I have seen dragons out there? Probably not. I left really young. No, I didn't see any other dragons.
You have family that live out there?
No, not any longer. Well, distant relatives, maybe.
Where are they all at now?
I do not believe that is any of your business.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to chat. They're gonna be in there for a little while. I figured we'd just chat about some things.
What about your family? Where's your family from?
Oh, they're all over. I wouldn't even know where to begin to start. Zarik, you're a long way from home.
That's true.
What brings you all the way over here?
I wasn't on a job.
Job?
That's
The thing with the gnomes. Gnomes, right?
yes.
Okay. Yeah. I got you figured out. Saren, you are a little bit more of a mystery to me.
Probably the beard.
Aren't you a little old to be an adventurer?
I don't know what you're talking about, son. I bet you're older than me. He's an elf, right?
Yeah. In with the whole break of magic and all that kind of stuff, that's elves typically they're just now getting to where they're starting to get back up into the old age stuff.
Oh, okay.
So you may find like 100 or 150-year-old elf, but it's rare.
Okay.
The oldest maybe 200 at most.
Okay.
So he probably is about your age, but doesn't look it. He
My
says,
hips still work fine.
"How'd you go and meet old Eru there?"
Aru. Well, you see, a while back I got hit in the head and I kind of forgot a lot of things, so I don't really remember a whole lot. I just know he's a nice guy.
That's funny. Well, when you're, I think you're probably going to be doing a little job for us. But what are you going to do after you're done with that? What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Like you said, I am an old man. It might be time to just be retirement time for me. This old timer. We'll see.
Yeah. And then a rock.
Yes. I look up again.
Say, what brings you in all this?
Oh, well,
Happenstance.
Let him talk.
no, that's pretty much it. Pure, unadulterated happenstance.
Happenstance. Oh, I don't believe that. Nothing happens for happenstance.
Well, statistically, lots of things happen by happenstance.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
Well, you don't have to buy it. It's a fact. So your opinion on whether the thing you think is true or not doesn't really matter, right?
No, I think my opinion matters a lot.
Yeah, well, yes, on some topics, but on this topic, there's not a lot of play, I don't think.
I I thought it'd be nice to get to know you a little bit. And I'm mostly curious about how you got to meet Eru, and what you think of him.
I've only known him it's only been like a few days, right?
It took you 5 days to cross the water, so you've known him for a week.
A week. Okay.
A little more than that.
Well,
I mean, a little over a week.
I've only known him for a week, so
Oh, that's plenty of time to get to know someone.
I wouldn't say so, but maybe for you.
I get
What
to
do
know
you
people.
think of Eric?
I get to know people real quick. That's kind of my specialty.
Well, this one over here has always got his nose stuck in a book, so he don't talk about it.
Who's that? The kobold? Sorry, Zarik?
No, I'm talking about
He's
A-Rock.
talking about me.
A-Rock. Oh, you like books?
Yes, I do like books.
Yeah. What kind of books do you like?
I feel uncomfortable with you asking so many weird questions.
I'm just trying to get to know you. Look, I think I know someone who might be able to get you some books.
Well, I would hope you knew at least one person who had a book.
One that
kind of
you could get and you could use for yourself. Maybe when you're done with this job here, you come back and we'll have a chat. I think I can get you some nice books. That sound like a deal?
Wait. Well, okay, I'm confused. Out of character. Are books rare in this world?
I mean, they're not rare, but they're going to be like, there's no printing press, so they're not going to be too common. They're all handwritten.
Oh, okay. I would think there would be a printing press in this world if there's robots, but
Robots are like forgotten.
Robots are the printing press.
Are forgotten.
they're
forgotten
printing
tech.
pressing. Yeah.
There was maybe one time, but now it's all forgotten tech.
This world like skipped a beat and went straight from like no printing press, guns first, baby.
Well, you know, all the guns are like old guns that have been sort of rebuilt and discovered and rebuilt. Books don't last the thousands of years
okay.
that a gun does.
Okay. I was unaware that books were so rare.
Because it's a bit of a hobby of mine as well. I think we could be friends.
I don't. I'm not sure about that.
Oh well.
But I'll just write my own books.
You write books?
I suppose I could if I spent enough time doing it.
Oh,
yes.
you want to write a book? Okay.
Well, I have a lot of notes, but
what kind of notes?
Notes I do not want to show you.
What if we make it worth your while? If we trade?
They are not for trade.
Sale?
Listen, I will hold on to my notes, you hold on to your notes, and that'll be the end of it.
All right. I suppose that we'll talk a little later. Oh, I think they're about done now. And he goes and opens the door, and Eru is coming out and says, "All right, you guys are good to go. It's nice having a chat with you."
What was your name again?
My name is Pilo.
All right, Pilo. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. He looks at Zarik, and he says, "Tell Zarek I say hello." He shuts the door behind you guys.
I don't know how he knows any of that. This guy is in my mind right now. Just
I'm about to murder that
whispering
man.
over to Zarik.
Wait, what did he say as they left?
He kind of said it under his breath to Zarik.
No.
But Saren heard it. I'm sure Arok heard it too.
Yeah.
What did he say? Oh, I missed the...
Tell Zarek that he says hello.
Oh. There's a Zarek and a Zarik.
Zarek is one of Zarik's buddies. Is it a friend? Is that what he is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his friend.
It's his twin brother.
Brother.
Brother! We're gonna do that again this campaign?
Yep. Someone is. Ulf. That's Eric, your new character is someone's brother.
Oh, okay, good.
So, Mac gives you the bag. He wants to reiterate since it's been a lot. Gives you the bag, gives you the box, says just give the bag to Rogar. I want the bag back. Plus 2,000 gold. If he's not happy about it, give him the box. And then he'll be happy about it. And then come back.
Give him the box?
If he's not happy about our arrangement, give him the box.
Do I have any idea what's in the box? Is that a thing?
It's just a little the size of a cell phone kind of little box. Wooden box.
Like, is that a is that a bond thing though? Like, if you're not happy, you get this thing. You get this death
give me
box.
give me a history check.
If you're not happy, this is the head of your loved ones.
13.
You don't remember them ever use anything like that. They've used plenty of intimidation techniques in the past, so it fits.
If I give him the box, does he keep the box?
He can do what he wants with it if he gets the box. Just trust me. When he gets the box, he'll understand. You've done this before.
Okay.
Just bring me the bag and the gold back, and we'll be done.
He takes the contents of the bag, right?
He nods and smiles.
I was online, and then you confused me. All right. Okay, I will look at everyone and say,
Wasn't sure if I spelled that out well enough before, so I want to make sure I reiterated that. Just make sure I said it all right. Okay, you guys are in the bar, basically. You're getting some, you're still getting some looks, but most don't care. But there's a few that look back at you and then go back to their chatting. Some of them playing cards. It seems to be just sort of like at the tavern, just downstairs.
Just downstairs.
Yep.
All right.
All right, I'll grab it then. I'll look back at him. Can I carry the box in the bag?
I wouldn't do that. It'd be hard to get. Just keep it in your pocket.
Oh, it's tiny. Okay, it's sort of cell phone sized. All right. Okay, I'll just look at the party and say we are leaving now.
All right.
All right.
I will go back upstairs.
Okay.
Nod to the fishmonger as we leave.
He looks at you, but he just looks at you. He doesn't make any expressions or anything. He just looks at you. Kind of a bit of a
Still
stink eye.
smells like fish in here.
And motions to the door.
I'll leave. Get Krog. And then as what is it, morning right now?
Yeah, it's pretty early in the morning.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. We seem to have been conscripted for a job. It's early enough we could start now.
Yeah, let's get it done.
What kind of job
this
is
place
it?
is freaky, so let's get it.
Yes, the man downstairs was very unpleasant.
I wouldn't really say unpleasant. Like he seemed kind of charming, but man, he knew a lot about us, and we didn't say a whole lot of words. So
You just see
what do you know about that?
the expression on my face just sort of drops. I'm sorry. Seems you are roped in now as well.
Well, thankfully, he didn't know anything about me, so...
Well, then this is your last chance.
I get the feeling I gave him nothing to go look for. Unless he wants to go, I don't know, to that big scary dragon island I came from. Which nobody seems to want to go to.
I'll just look at Saren. Did you give him anything before he knew?
No, not really. I mean, I told him, he asked me about you, and I told him I got hit in the head and didn't remember a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they know who you are now. I suppose it's over.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he knew a ton about me, but he kind of. What did he say to you, Zarik? Did he mention someone named Zarik? Or what was that?
Zarak.
Zarak?
Zarek.
Who is that?
Zarek.
Zarik.
Hi.
That was perfect.
So confusing.
Zarek and Zarik.
And Xerix.
And Xerix.
Another.
And Zarek.
Xerix is spelled with X's.
Those were all the names he came up with before he got to Zarik. He's like, Xerix? Nah. Goes to the next one. These will be my friends.
Okay.
Krog looks at you guys and says, I feel kind of awkward, but I got a job. I can clean up this guy's boat. Give me 3 gold for it. You guys think you can handle this without me?
See you in 4 days, Krog. Hopefully we can get back before next week.
I'll catch up with you if I get done quick enough.
I'm gonna start not being here, just getting paid 3 gold.
I'm gonna start writing like little side quest that Krog goes on.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a whole like spin-off show called Krog's Adventures.
The Krog Show. He's having an affair with another D&D party is what the problem is.
That's what it is every other week. He's like, oh, guys, I don't feel so good. I gotta put a fight with the other guys. He's gonna keep it straight now. What's that character's name again?
I will lead them to the bakery and to the. I'm gonna grab another loaf of the ciabatta. Actually, another loaf of the sourdough, the specialty breads. It's a copper.
Okay. Yeah, a copper piece.
And then I will head down the path.
Okay, so they there's some like double doors in the back of the bakery, and you ask about. I guess you just assume it's back there. So you go back to the back room, and there's a big open back area, and there's a few folks sitting around in just sort of sitting in a kind of like a waiting room. There's a board there, and there's a door, a back door to this place. Around this place, there's a few humans. There's some elves. Looks like there's a couple of half elves in there, and there's sort of almost like a job board pasted up there. And just at first glance, you get it seems to be just ordinary folk that are looking for adventurers to escort them to Alatia.
Could take them. We're going to Alatia anyway.
You guys come walking in with all your gear, and this this half elf steps up, female half elf, and she's sitting there with 3 others, and they're all pretty or typical citizens, as in like no weapons. They've got sort of like your like not a tabard. What's the shirts? Just the shirt and the pants, and nothing fancy. A couple of them are wearing robes. One's pretty old,
like a peasant shirt.
Yeah,
tunic?
yeah.
Like a tunic.
Is it a tunic?
Yeah.
I think tunics are long. I think the tunics is being longer. That might be right. That
Here.
might be right.
I'll look up peasant shirt while you're talking.
Peasant,
linen shirt.
A linen shirt. Yeah, yeah. So she comes up to you and she says, are you're adventurers? Are you going to the Alatia by chance?
Yes.
We could use. Would you be willing to escort us? We're going there on a pilgrimage. We've come a long way, and we wanted to go, but they told us of bandits, and apparently it's not safe to just walk there. I'm just wondering if you would be willing to take us there. We don't have much, but we could give you a couple gold apiece for each of us. If you're willing to walk us there.
How
Keep us
many?
safe. There's 4 of us.
2 gold each.
Yeah, we can afford that.
I'll look over at the rest of the party.
That works for me.
Can you leave now?
Yeah. Are you ready? Right now?
We're headed out right now.
On our way out.
Yeah. Yeah. And she like motions to him to like, come on, this is it. This is our chance. So they get up real quick. They've got like way too much gear to what they should be comfortably walking with. Like they went out and bought the 70-liter hiking bags, and they're like completely overloaded. One of them has a dog, and it's got a pack on its back, and they like get it all set up, and walking sticks, and they've got the whole thing. So they are completely overloaded, but they are ready pretty quickly.
Are they seem on the up and up? They just seem like...
Give me an insight check.
18.
They seem they're travelers. They certainly fit the description of what they were advertising.
Do they seem as naive as they are coming off as?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they their skin's pretty weathered, and you can see calloused hands. The old man is wearing a symbol of a wings, green and black wings, which is the symbol of Cursia, the kingdom of Cursia, which is way east. And you see also some symbols. One's wearing an amulet with the wheat stalk, and just overburdened, like they're going on like they plan on being there a while.
All right, let's go.
And then they start following behind you.
You need some help with that pack?
Oh yeah. If you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and help them.
Okay.
Our carry boy is gonna clean a boat.
Yeah. So you step out the back door of this big bakery, and it leads the jungle comes up to the bakery, and there's this small little path that just leads straight into the jungle.
This tropical jungle?
Yeah, you are on the equator. You're in the Caribbean, basically, right now.
Fantastic. What's the average temperature in the Caribbean?
Whatever it is, it's hot and humid.
Also, by the way, it's called a blouse. A medieval shirt is called a blouse that a peasant would wear.
All right. And we're off.
And you're off. Trudging into the jungle, it is hot. It is humid. It is miserable. So I need checks for perception, for survival, whatever else you want to do.
I'll do the survival.
Is it like this in Treskwood?
No, it's because you're on the coast. Treskwood is
Natural 20.
Treskwood is warm, but because it's more inland, and it's got the mountains nearby, it keeps it somewhat cool.
I will assist in the
Drier
perception.
and cooler.
12 on perception. Natural 20 for survival.
Ooh, okay.
25 is the total.
She tells you her name is Nora, and you can tell she's half elf. And Sarah knows that there's a lot of half elves that live down in Curzia. Most of them have moved there. But she tells you that it's a 2-day walk. There's supposed to be a way station there, about a day walk. We should be able to stop at. If you think it's best we stop there or whatever, we'll let you follow. What brings you to the temple? Are you followers of Lissarat? I notice you don't have you have an amulet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my shield has the crescent.
Okay. She's like, what? Lissarat welcomes all followers of all gods, but what brings you out this way?
I really wanted to try the bread.
Oh.
Yeah, the bread.
Oh,
Really
the bread
good.
at the springs?
Yes, of course. I've heard it's delicious.
It's an experience. That's what I hear too. I have never had it. We came all this way. We've been a long trip. But, with the with all the goings on, we thought it was best we do it now. And get it out, before we need help and we need guidance. And we think it's best we get out there.
I can guide you.
You just say the word perception.
It's not really what I meant. But
I'm gonna guide.
That's nice.
What goings on are you talking about?
The old guy speaks up. He says, "You ever look at the sky? What are you, blind?" And she looks at him, gives him a stink eye, and says, he shakes his head. Really cranky old guy. He says, "The star."
It's Merton.
He says,
Yes, we saw it.
"That doesn't concern you."
I just didn't know if that's what you were talking about specifically.
Well, what else are they talking about?
I don't know. I've had a rough couple of weeks.
Wait, what star?
He shakes his
star.
head. And the nice one, Nora, she says, at the end of night, near sunup, the star to the east, the new star. Have you seen it?
Could you?
You never wake up at night and you don't know any of this?
Apparently not. I did not know of the existence of a brand new star.
She's like really confused. And then the old guy's just shaking his head. The other two are like looking at each other. Where are you from?
I'm from far from here.
That's strange. I don't know anyone that doesn't know about the star.
Is this common knowledge?
I mean,
Outside of
it's a new star at night.
We knew about it.
Yeah.
Ulf would have known about it.
I'm not worried about. I guess I'm not worried about it.
It is
'cause
very
I'm not
common. Yeah, it's very common knowledge. I mean, it's very common knowledge.
I'm an astronomer. I'm not an astronomer. I'm just. I'm doing other things. My mind's
All guys
occupied
like
with other
you
things
should
right
look up sometime. Get your head out of them books.
It's just staring down what new star is right.
now. What new stars are you talking about? I'm taking notes.
It's
Well, I'm
it's,
drawing in my
it's
notebook.
an omen. It's pandemonium in Kurtzia. People are losing their minds. We need guidance.
Is that like firsthand experience? You've actually been there and seen this happen.
With the star or the chaos?
Well, the people losing their minds.
Well, yeah, that's where we came from.
When did this start?
When the star came out.
Well, I obviously, but when did the star come out? Is what I mean.
3 weeks ago? 3.5 weeks ago? You haven't seen, like, no cults, no, just chaos.
No.
Well, I wish it was like that where we from. What we need protection, and that's what we'll get here. You haven't seen anything that has, like, the omens, right? Do you not have look at the stars? Do you not have people that look at the stars and study this stuff?
Would there be people that do that in a technology-focused society?
The elves are they lean on the science side, and the bears.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a star that just starts.
Yeah. So they know about that, but they're not like. They're looking for an answer.
Is it
It's
science? Is it magic?
Yeah.
Is
Gotcha,
it a
I
sign?
understand. Okay. So I'm feeling skeptical of these people is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I suppose your character, I don't know how your character feels about
I'm
it.
magic. I mean, I'm magic. I'm okay. Yeah, I guess I'm both magic and tech. All right. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it yet. I'm forming an opinion. That's what I'll tell them.
Says,
Let me ponder on this for a while.
Okay. You get to it's nearing sundown, and you figure you've got about an hour or two before you get to the so-called way station. Saren, you're keeping your eyes out, and you catch a glint off of the sunset, the setting sun, deep in the jungle to your right, to the north. A glint of metal.
Everybody that doesn't fight, get in the middle. Everybody else surround him. I see something. Something off over there.
Immediately over the direction he looks, I'm gonna look that way and start hiding behind some trees.
Okay, give me some survival.
Whip
Survival?
out my weapons.
Sorry, stealth. Okay. Where's my jungle?
Ooh, nice.
24.
Not nice.
That's what the advantage is for. Hooray for that cloak. Sometimes if I get 2 tries, I'll be all right.
Yeah, you've been rolling so bad in
this whole
session.
campaign.
Ooh.
It's
That was whenever I started in Monday nights with Saturn.
Oh man,
I
that
didn't.
was real
I missed every shot for the first 12.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, God, jeez.
Okay, so you're hidden. What else everyone wants to do? What are you telling to your 4 passengers?
Telling them
Just
to get
standing
down,
around.
right?
"Well, what's that? What's that?" And they're whispering to each other.
Wait a second. Is this jungle the same jungle?
Oh, is it the one
we
that
used
Eric
on
Isaac uses?
campaign?
It's
Oh
the
no,
jungle!
it is. Oh no.
Yeah.
The second I saw it, I was like,
You're
no.
back.
We're inceptioning this.
Yeah.
Both worlds.
Okay,
This is
I'm
where they
saying that
cross
they're
over.
all in the middle right here.
Yeah.
Everybody
And we're on the
wake up.
outskirts.
You get
This is just for ambience.
Using the same map. All right.
Perfect. It's a good jungle. I mean, it's
It
a
is
good
a-
jungle board.
It's a nice because it's not just like thick jungle. There's like
Yeah,
places you
there's
can
ways
walk.
Yep. Yep. That's why I picked it too.
I'm going
At
to
least
just
there's a
start
trees.
casting Blade Ward on myself. And I'll try to be a little bit sneaky about it.
Okay. Give me stealth along with it. What's everyone else doing?
So we're awake. It's
You
not
haven't
like
camped yet. You got a couple hours before camp.
Whoa.
Too bad I have to roll with disadvantage.
Oh no! Oh yes!
I'm like, I'm gonna blade ward myself. Hang on.
Tink, 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 tink.
Hey guys, watch this.
Okay, so you've got you're still walking on this little 5-foot trail skirting through the jungle. Basically, like, it seems like maybe it was just like an animal trail that has been turned into a human trail. And so it's pretty thick off the trail. And you caught that in the setting sunlight. You caught that sparkle. It's probably about 20 feet from the path.
Have I seen it yet? Or I mean, I'm hiding, but have I seen?
Yeah. When he is, I'm assuming he's pointing at it. You can see there is like maybe a hilt, sticking up.
Okay, is it moving?
Nope.
I see that Aru's gone. He's not with us.
Yeah, but that's kind of standard for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hiding from us all the time.
I'll try to get a little closer to it. See if I can. Just moving half speed.
Okay. You sneak up. What was your stealth check?
24.
Okay. So you sneak up, and you get to about within 15 feet of it, and you can see there is a body, and in this body is a blade stuck in it, dagger maybe, and there is a very large snake that is sort of got itself wrapped around this body.
Does the body look
Dead.
Is it an elf or is it a?
The snake's like wrapped around his head and a bit of his chest, so you can't see.
Okay. Does it look like he had,
humanoid?
Does it look like peasant clothes, or does it look like he was in like decked out for survival?
He looks like you don't see any armor. And from his legs are showing his legs, he's just wearing like blouse pants, whatever. He's wearing linen pants.
Blouse pants.
Blouse pants. You want me to look up peasant pants now?
He's wearing peasant pants. He's wearing like what?
Breachers or something.
They're not like
Yeah, breachers.
You're not like loose pants. They're like tight pants.
Oh.
Like something that Saren would wear under his leggings.
Oh, okay. Looking around, let's say there's a big snake. Are there tracks, or can I see anyone else moving around in the vicinity?
Give me that survival check for that, or a perception check for that. Find those tracks.
They are called.
Oh no, you're not hearing me.
They are called breeches or sometimes long trousers.
12.
Yeah, some long johns.
Yeah, long johns.
You don't see any tracks. It's just too thick here. I mean, it's like the ground. You can't even see the dirt. It's just moss and sponge and not sponge, fungus and all kinds of jungle accoutrements.
Accoutrement.
Yeah, biker shorts. That's what he's wearing. Thanks, Finley.
Hot pants. I'll back up a little bit and cast a message to Saren.
Saren's like 10 feet behind you.
Okay, I'll still cast a message to him so I can whisper very, very quietly and say that he looks like a man was stabbed and is currently being eaten by a snake. Keep an eye out.
What message can I send back?
6 seconds, you can.
Uh,
You can reply to this message.
Probably best not to alert anyone what's going on. We'll just keep on moving.
I'll cast it again. I will stay nearby, but hidden.
All right, let's get a move on. You can hear Saren.
All right.
I should be able to keep up, even stealthed alongside them.
Okay. So you continuing on to your way station.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next hour and a half is quiet, and you make it to your way station, which is basically just a wide spot in the road. There is some like leftover tent supplies and like camp supplies, firewood and stones, and kind of it's been sort of spread around this wide spot in the jungle, in the smooth part of the jungle. There is a like a cart there, and there's a guy there. All right, there's a tent set up, and there's a guy standing by his cart. And he sees you coming in. He says, "Oh, he's this human guy. Oh, welcome, travelers. Off to see the Lissaret temple, huh? Well, do you have supplies? Hey, well, let me help you out." And he cracks open his wagon that he's got. It's not a wagon. It's like a cart, basically, push cart. But he opens it up. He's got supplies. He's got some cloth in there. He's got so he got some spare tent inside there.
So you got snake oil.
Yeah. He says, "If you need any supplies, I'm sure you might need something.
Oh.
Then you can get that from me. You looking to stay here?" Looking at all of you.
I'm looking at you guys.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am
I think
still
we're
hidden.
gonna stay here for a night.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't see any sort of supplies, any tents. Clearly, there's plenty of supplies with the other four that are with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got it covered.
If you think that's comfortable, there's bandits out here. I want to remind you.
Yeah, I think we can deal with that.
Okay. Well, I'll be here tonight if you need anything.
How far away was the dead guy from this way station?
About an hour and a half.
Does this guy have any armor? Either on him or that he's selling?
He has it on him, yes. He has some leather on him. He's a little older, but he does seem fit.
Is it used looking?
The one that he's wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's old. He can keep up with it.
Is there any blood on it?
You walking up to him, you're gonna try to stay back.
Well, I'm trying to stealth like around.
He's got like on his back, if you sneak on the back, he's got some marks on it. Claw marks. There's like a puncture in one on like on his shoulder. So he's gotten some use out of it.
Does any of those puncture marks line up with where that guy was stabbed?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Smaller puncture, like almost like a needle.
Wow, you've got some laser vision, dude.
I
He's-
noticed a needle.
He's
needle
like-
puncture in
Not like a doctor's needle. Like
Okay.
not like instead of a sword and like something
like a rapier.
punctured.
Like
yeah.
a rapier.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant like someone poked it with a needle and you're like all worn out. You see that one tiny poke. I'm like, God dang, got some.
You see
eyes
how
on
good
that
the
boy.
embroidery is on that? It's
Jeez.
just an Easter egg in the embroidery. Do you see it?
We're like 20 feet away. He's like, that armor is double stitched. I'm like, what? What? Okay.
So what I would like to do is from behind this gentleman, just say out loud, "Didn't see anything else on the walk up here," attempting to startle him or
Yeah.
see if he is startled.
He jumps and looks. And he goes to grab for a sword, but he looks and he doesn't see you, but he's looking around.
So I'll walk out. I mean,
Okay. He sees you now. He says, "Oh, I didn't see you there. Hey, you look like you use some supplies, sir."
do I?
Yeah, are you with these fine fellas that just came in?
I've never seen them before in my life.
Oh, well, perfect. You can't be out here alone. You got to get some supplies. Look at you. You got nothing. You're not going to survive a day out here. The bandits are everywhere.
Are they?
Well, yeah.
How do you stay out here?
Well, I'm tough. Also, I won't lie. Occasionally, some of the Othor will come out and keep an eye on us. Just
Why no
occasionally.
treats?
It's an
What's
elven
the
world.
Othor?
It's an elven world word for like protector. That's all you know of it as. Those of you that speak elf.
Otho.
Protector. What kind of a protector? What does it look like?
Well, the people.
Oh, they're elves.
Well, yeah, most of them. Not the big
Oh,
fella.
all right.
Big fella. Big orc.
Yep, that's not an elf.
Yep. He keeps us all safe around here. These bandits are non-stop, but luckily the Othor are here because no offense, and he looks at you, Eru, and says, but the elves don't do anything about this place.
Quite a shame, really.
It's a good tourist spot. You think they'd be putting some sort of like, I don't know, walls or something, but they don't care.
Easy there, Donald.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh man, that one flew over my head, and then you said that, and I was like, bam!
Oh man.
I'll look at the group and just walk over to them. Well, this is what we're setting up for the night.
Do you want to maybe leave the random shopkeep in the middle of the forest behind?
Wait, he's got to be selling one magic item. He's out in the middle of nowhere. There's got to be click through all the tabs. There's got to be one magic item at the very bottom.
Can we rest for 1 hour and have his inventory reset?
Resets in the mornings.
Oh, okay.
Dang, okay. Comes back.
What kind of supplies do you have?
What do I not have is the question that you should be asking, sir. I got some tents. You got a big stick there, but I don't see a sword on your side.
No, I'm good. I don't need one. But tents, we could use a big tent. You have like a real big one?
I got a nice one. Yeah. Let me see what I've got here.
I mean, it would be kind of nice to have some place of cover. Don't you think, guys?
I'm just imagining him pulling out a one-person tent.
Yes.
He's got a big one.
Oh,
he's got a few in there. He's like, I got a 2-person one, but really, it says it's 2-person, but really it's just one. Just kind of the way this thing's marketed, I guess. That was a little camping joke for those of you that have bought tents. They never fit.
Where are you buying these tents from? Walmart?
Any tent. It doesn't matter where you buy the tent. No matter what it is, it's never a 2-person
I've
tent.
seen some giant tents out at like REI and stuff.
Yeah, and they say they're
Mega
They say they're 10-person tents, and you still can't
I
fit
know,
10 people
yeah.
in there. I got a little one for. Well, probably won't fit you, but it'll fit you. And he looks at Zarik. Says, I can get one set up there for you. Just 10 gold for that little one. You have your own tent. What are you sleeping in right now?
That doesn't really matter at the moment.
Well, it's gonna matter here whenever the skeeters come out.
The
I can handle them.
skeeters.
You think you can handle it? Have you seen the skeeters that live around here?
Oh,
Did you
I've
say
been
10 gold for a small tent?
I sure did.
That seems a little steep. I could just make one.
What are you gonna make it out of leaves?
That, yes.
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 I'd like to see that. I'd like
Is there
I'd like you to teach me that.
Does he have his entire inventory open here?
Yeah, it's like a small little hand cart with 2 wheels, but it's enclosed, and so he's lifted up the side thing and propped it open, and so you can see he's got some things like dangling on it, and inside the cart you can kind of look in and see what he's got. And it's just
Is there anything that would be easy to palm?
Not without. Your passive insight tells you this guy is, while he's selling, and doesn't appear to be much of a adventurer. He is out here on his own. And as you like step up a little bit closer, he steps up a little bit closer, and you can watch his eyes, being someone who also pockets things.
Okay.
He is watching carefully.
Okay. What else do you have for the skeeters?
Well, I see you got some weapons already. That's probably the most important thing, but a tent, keep them off of you, probably be the best thing.
I think I'm good.
If you say so. Last thing I want, someone out here, getting the blood sucked out of them and then dying, and I got to deal with it.
What about getting stabbed in the back and being eaten by a giant snake?
Whew. I don't want that to happen either.
It's a shame.
Shame that, yeah.
Because it just happened is why it's a shame.
Oh, yeah?
About an hour and a half back, there's a man that's dead on the side of the road.
On the road?
Well, just off the road a bit.
Oh, it must have been pretty recent. And a snake attacked him?
Did not look like a snake. Looked like a snake found him, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I buy that. Those bandits are everywhere.
Do you know who's in charge of the bandits?
Yeah, fellow named Kryn.
Kryn.
Mm-hmm. Puts a Y in his name, thinks he's cool. But
You can spell it.
just a ruffian. He terrorized for a while. He terrorized the town back there. Not there, but where you're going. But then, then the Othor and old Rogar came in and pretty well saved the town. Keeps up the defenses.
Rogar?
Yep.
Who is this Rogar?
Rogar, big fella, big orc.
Oh, it's the orc.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd like to meet him.
Well, get in line. Everyone wants to meet Rogar. He's a hero. So, all this talking, I don't get paid to talk.
Oh, well, I mean, if you want your time back, you just go ahead and have it. We'll be on our way. I don't see a whole lot of other customers, but...
So tell you what, 8 gold for that tent. He looks at Zarik.
Yeah, no, I'll pass.
All right. When you're crying and the blood's getting sucked out of you, don't come crying to old Jardel.
I think
crying
my skills
to
can
yourself.
help me out.
What about you have like a bug repellent or something?
Well, I got a long sword.
Just use the mud.
I'm not one to go splattering mud all over myself, but you do what you want, little fella.
That's what we did back in my day.
Back in your day, you're like a lizard man. Would you even get your blood sucked?
Yeah, it's like room temperature. It's great.
We got scales to protect us.
That's right.
Me and this little lizard man, we do not need bug repellent. It's built into our bodies.
It says you folks, you look a little bit more advanced to be just like babysitting these fellas. And he points to the your passengers, who are at the moment they're not with you. They're over there, kind of setting up their supplies, setting up their tent, and they got a lot of stuff. So they got a big tent set up, and they got all these extra supplies. They're
They got one of those multi-room tents.
Yeah,
that have like a
much
hub
more
in
than
the
they
center.
need to be bringing with them.
This Jardel fellow is he like making note of what everyone has? Does he look to be sizing things up himself, or is he mostly focused on trying to sell us things?
Yes and yes. You are,
Great.
since you are a rogue. Yeah, he's carefully. You notice he went from person to person, noting what everyone had on him, and yeah.
Very well. Let's get a little bit. Yeah, let's move on a bit, and then we will set up camp for the evening. Nice to meet you, Jardel.
He nods to you.
Perhaps on the way back.
For a tent, that would fit me.
How much for a tent for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can get you.
I mean, that 10 gold sounds good.
You know what? We could do 10 gold. I
All
got
right.
a little bigger one for you.
I'll go ahead and take that.
Okay. He hands you, get you one out. It's heavy and bulky, and it's big, I guess burlap thing.
Yep, I'll
Yeah.
carry that around.
It's just the standard 2-person one in the book. So it's
Okay.
20 pounds.
All right.
So he's in this area, which is only maybe there's like an acre of open land here that has been kind of cleared out for campfires and tents and things. And he's in this area, just kind of on
So this is like a
on the
tent. This
edge.
is like a campground we're on.
Basically, yeah.
Find a spot and start setting up my 2-person tent.
Okay.
I'll help him out.
Thanks for the help. You can have the other side.
Do you have a hammer?
I got a crowbar. I got a hatchet.
Got a hatchet.
I think I do have a hammer, actually. Let me double check.
He's checking now.
Yep. Crowbar. I do have a hammer.
Okay.
Look at that.
I have a warhammer, so
Yeah.
Take it. Number 1 is in the ground. Okay. As I'm setting up the tent with Saren, say I really am very sorry about all this.
I wouldn't sweat it. We're friends now. Friends help friends. No big deal. I do want to say though, them people. I'm sorry you had to go through that as a child. That must have been difficult for you.
It really wasn't. I had known nothing else, so it just was what it was.
Yeah. How long were you with them? How long ago did you leave?
It would have been. What would it be? I don't remember for sure. Michael, you might have a better time layout than I do. But several months or a year, right?
Yeah, it was about. Yeah, I think about a year. Well, since you left them,
Yeah.
would have been longer than that. Probably a couple of years.
Okay. It's been, I think, a couple years.
Do you know how big is their network? How are they able to find you?
Well, I only knew that they were in Treskwood, but after what Zarig told me and what we've just found out, it seems they are quite widespread, especially if they've already found out all the information that they have found out about you.
Do you know how they do that? Because that was strange. I don't know.
They know things. There's something that needs to be known. They will
Is
know it.
that why they put that man in that room with us? To try and spook us or something?
I don't know. I mean, it's a.
I mean, it was a good
relatively
tactic. It
useful
was
tactic.
freaky.
I think that they just want you to know that they know. There's a
Well,
bit of insurance for them.
any time for my family to be run out of where they live, I guess this is as good as time as any.
Suppose that is beneficial.
But I'm not too worried about it. I think they'll be all right. I wonder if there's some way that we can find out to hide you from them. We have to get out of this situation eventually, and I don't suppose that we'd be able to tear down this organization by ourselves.
I would guess not. I was able to run for quite some time, so I could potentially do it again, but I didn't have anyone else that I was worried about at the time, so.
They all like you. Can they cast a little bit of magic? Or is that kind of special?
None of them that I knew could, but that's not saying that none of them can.
Well, at least I'm just going to start with the assumption that they can't and hope that sticks.
I find it's always best to hope for the best, but expect the worst.
Yep. It's just not fun thinking that way, though.
Keeps
Well, I'm
you
going to
alive.
start cooking up some dinner. You want something to eat?
Let me help you. I actually am okay with cooking.
Right. Well, here's the ingredients. I got it from your friends. Here's that fish I bought.
Oh no, it smells like fish not yet.
Been
I'll help
walking
you
all
as I
day. It's
try to cook
hot.
something up.
Gross.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've had a
I'll
fish
just
in
cook
your
it on the
pocket
side
all
of this
day.
rock here.
You know what we could have done? We could have put that in my bag of holding.
He thinks
That's a
he's
pod-
fancy.
That's a podcast reference for all you boys out there.
I missed that one. What was it?
We did like half an episode on whether you could store food in a bag of holding and
Oh,
keep
yeah.
it fresh.
Yeah. All right. I got a big river in bed, so we'll come back in just a minute.
Break
Break
time.
time.
And yeah, break time. Be right back.
Going to get some water.
Yep, you do.
Me too. You
Now,
kept in character for that water, dude.
Now it's full nerf on me now.
All right.
How do
The
you hold
sun
that all the
has
time,
set. You guys are at the crossroads, or not a crossroads, but you're at the way station, which, as it turns out, is just a big hunk of dirt in the road with a guy selling you junk.
No, were we supposed to weigh something there?
The ingredients.
Way
for
is
our
in
creme brulee.
W-A-Y, not W-E-I-G-H.
I
So
was
you do
thinking that too.
on the highway, you just pull off and weigh your truck.
I was thinking that too. I was like, we're going to a way station?
A way station
You
would
gotta
be
make
like,
sure,
so
gotta
like,
make sure your goods aren't
if-
too heavy.
if your point is 5 days away, you're going to have a way station every day so that you have a spot to stop and rest. And then next. That's a way station.
It feels like a
thank you, Quill.
waypoint.
All right, so
All right, I'll take the first watch.
okay. Second, third watch. Anybody?
I'll take it.
Yeah, he can take it.
Second and third.
Take second.
He's
Okay.
a trooper. I'll take third, I guess.
First watch. Give me that perception.
14.
Okay. Nora comes over to you while you're there getting everything set up, and she's like,
Shuffling.
Yeah. Do we? You gonna keep an eye out for us? We're gonna go to sleep. Do we need us to keep an eye? Or can we just sleep?
If you wish, but we will be keeping an eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll take care of you. Don't worry about it. You get some rest.
She nods and she shuffles back to her big tent. You're 14. Is that what you got?
Yes.
14. It's very noisy out here. You've got birds squawking and got monkeys hooting and the sound of buzzing and just the leaves are always moving, and every 10 minutes you think you see something in the jungle, but it turns out it's just something, animals scurrying by. A little unsettling, especially for you. But nothing attacks you and stabs you in the heart, so you have an eventful first watch.
Wake up, Sarik. Nothing attacked me and stabbed me in the heart. It's your turn.
6.
Zarik. So you are snooze. Everyone else is in. So Saren is in the tent, correct?
Yep.
I will go to the tent and meditate on the other half of the tent.
Okay. You're going to be in the tent. And then, Rock, you're going to be out here on the sleeping pad. Sleeping. You have a sleeping bag or whatever you have. Not a bag.
Yeah, bedroll.
Bedroll, that's the word. I think I was looking for
I
something.
got you. I'm on these
Okay.
words tonight.
Zarik, you're out there having some alone time. Oh, my jungle is like floating, isn't it? I quickly made this, and my jungle's floating. Zarik, you are you're not paying any attention.
Wow.
Well, you're paying attention. You think you're paying attention, but you don't realize you're not paying attention. There's just this cacophony of sounds. I've never gotten to use that word
Ooh,
before, but I
that's a
decided
good
today
one.
was a day to use it. A
That's a good word.
cacophony, I'm going to say it again, of jungle sounds all around. And You don't realize that there is a loud buzzing sound coming from behind you. As you hear a buzz, you turn to look, and there is 6 giant mosquitoes. Sturges, for those of us that play D&D.
Skeeters.
Buzzing and flying down at you. If I can find my Sturge. Where's my Sturge? Come on, click, click.
I quickly grab out my gear.
You have been
Weapons.
surprised, sir, with your poor rolls. So they're gonna get the. I'm still gonna stick with my own surprise rules.
I'm really glad I got
Four.
that 10.
6. So they're gonna come flying in. Let me get my Sturge pulled up here. Sturges, I hate. As a player, I hate Sturges. worst monster in the book. I hate them. And they're like, I think the reason I hate them is because they're like always like a level 1 encounter, but they're not a level 1 encounter. They're so
They're
sway on the dice rolls. Like you could easily TPK a first level party with Sturges.
Yeah.
For some reason,
get DPK'd in a game in one of Matt's campaigns.
Yeah, and for some reason, like they're all the like the Wizard of the Coast modules, the official modules, they're always in them. Sturges are always level 1 things. Anyways, he goes 30 feet, right? Oh, he flies 40 feet. He's scooting along. So, again, my surprise rules is I get, as we always do it, you get 1 action. So they're gonna come buzzing up on you, and hopefully they can all reach you.
So Zarik's dead.
They see tasty kobold flesh, drawn in by your breath, I guess. Oops.
Maybe not. I have my shield out.
You don't have your
I have
shield
an AC
out.
of 19.
You can have it. I guess you can have it. Yeah, you have it, but you don't have it like you're not like prepared for Sturges. I thought you meant you were like.
He's had it ready the whole time. He's like, I've been preparing for the sturgeon fight my whole life.
Sturgeon,
the fish.
Like the sturgeon.
Sturges.
Okay, he's gonna come buzzing in over here, and fly on up. Oop. He's actually he'll go right here. Why not? Tasty Zarik. He's gonna come flying. Ooh, Zarik. I didn't mean to put you over here like this, but I just happened to, so you're gonna get chomped on here.
You're gonna get dead in 1 round. You're gonna get 1 rounded.
Okay, so give me initiative.
I gotta watch
So
these
you hear
ads
this
on the link.
buzz behind you. The last second you turn around and there's just a swarm of giant mosquitoes behind you. Everyone go ahead and give me initiative. Well, no. We'll do I will go.
Already rolled it.
And then you guys can go ahead and do initiative, but you're going to be below me and Zarik. You're still going to be at the end of the round, so it actually doesn't really matter. Never mind.
Okay.
Because the way we do it, I forget about this. So Zarik, they come buzzing in. What was your roll? Like an 8?
7.
Okay, so they are going to go and chompy chomp on Zarik. So they're all going to chomp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did I say? 6, right? 6, right? 6.
Do they chomp or do they pierce?
They pierce into your back. Bzz, go these things. Actually, yeah, they'll go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll six attacks. Here comes 6 needle-like pokes,
but
not like surgeon's needles.
If you roll 3, if you throw 3
Oh,
ones in there,
oh
my god! I was gonna say if you roll multiple ones, you actually hit his chakra points and he becomes super powered.
David, give me a D4.
D4.
Mhm.
All right. You're gonna get a 1.
Okay, so there's just a swarm of mosquitoes, and this guy right here that's flying up above, he goes to stab, but his buddy went to stab at the same time, and his nose, his proboscis, went into his friend instead of you. You got very lucky that he had a.
We're going big word
What
tonight.
what map are we on?
We're on this one. I just there you go. I just
Double
moved.
click your guy.
Click your guy.
My guy's not in.
You're laying there. Your new guy's in there.
Oh,
you haven't
I
been able
didn't.
to
I didn't
control
put
the
him
new
as your guy. Right. Unique and player permission. Okay, there you go.
All right.
Okay, so that one guy will deal with his attack in a second. What's your AC? We've got.
It's a 19.
220. So 2 hits
fine
on
within
these
mini.
two.
Alright.
They're like piercing your armor, but they're hitting you, but your armor is too thick for their pokey noses. And that's my word for proboscis. Pokey noses.
Pokey noses. You want me to look up what the name of that is? What the name of a mosquito
It's a proboscis.
needle is called?
Proboscis.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna take 6 plus. What was it? I went away too fast. 6 plus 5. 6. So 11 damage from piercing attacks.
Eee.
And there's 2 of them that have like stuck themselves to you. And in fact, the one that's stuck on your right side, he got stuck by one of his friends. So David, why don't you go ahead and roll me a D4. Let's see what kind of damage we get.
You just took 21 damage?
Took 11 damage.
11.
Oh, okay. Woof.
So he's
About to
gonna
say,
take
dang.
5. Okay. So these 2 are stuck. There's one stuck on your back and one stuck on your shoulder, and they're just they've clinged on to you, and they're sucking. It is now your turn, Zarik. What do you want to do?
Ooh, I know exactly what I want to do. Okay. I'm gonna use.
I'm going to set the scene here for you, so you know what's going on. It's quiet, except for the loud buzzing next to you. You've got some snoring going on by A-Rock across the way. In the tent, quiet. The party that you guys have come here with, all quiet. There's this smoldering campfire across the way from where Jardel is. All quiet. Very quiet here, except for these buzz that's all around you.
Alright, I'm using my fighting spirit. It's my bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack with me sword.
With me sword.
Which one?
My big one. The
No.
13.
Which
The best
Fantastic.
sword.
Okay.
The best sword
Doesn't
I
matter which
have.
one you're swinging at. You're swinging and you miss it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Alright. Dang. Okay, well, I still get 5 temporary hit points.
Why? Even if you
That's
miss?
my fighting spirit.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. I'll give you one last chance. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Your party is still sleeping.
That's fine.
There's 6
can
of
deal
them.
with these guys on my own.
Wait. He's got. You do. Fighting spirit does give you advantage.
Oh, it does?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to help something else.
Yeah, well, I figured at least we get the mechanics right.
Let me roll.
Ah,
There we
scratch.
go. That's better. Alright.
Give me damage.
Here's
Give me
my-
double damage.
Is my damage? Alright. So,
Oh, I did that wrong.
what is that?
Okay.
So, 20 damage?
The one that stuck you and then got stuck by one of his friends, he actually died. So the one that was stuck on your shoulder is dead. He still got his damage on you, but he's dead. And you swung at another one and killed him. Just sliced right through his little sturgy body.
Alright.
Are you attacking the one that was flying or one that was stuck on you?
The one that was stuck on me.
Okay. So we'll just move this guy over here. So, okay, you got the one that was stuck on you.
Okay.
Okay. All quiet. Everyone's sleeping. Are you
That's
done?
fine. I can handle this.
Okay.
I'm done.
I have
All right.
a question.
he's like, I'm leaving them asleep. I got this solo.
Okay.
Hey, at least we're in the tent, Eru.
Yeah, I got a question though.
Uh-huh.
My trance, since I don't need to sleep, it says I meditate semi-consciously.
What's your perception?
How loud is this going on?
13. Give me a perception check. We'll say odds are just give me a 10. If you get a 10, you're good. It's the problem is it's really noisy outside. And so okay. So yeah, you hear this. There's a lot of buzzing just outside the tent, and maybe you heard like a little as Zarik grunts as he swings. You've been alarmed to what's going on, so it is your turn.
Okay. Be like, what is going on? I'll peek outside and see the skeeters.
It's just a wall of mosquitoes, just like stuck
quietly eating it
choking him out, and he's going, "I got this.
Go back to sleep. I got this.
Go back to sleep."
So I'll peek out and say, oh, Saren, Arock, the skeeters!
Oh.
Okay, so half movement to get up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All that.
Are we going to this?
So is that 20, so 15?
You walk and go now. It's bottom of the round. You walk and go.
Oh, okay, bottom of the round. Okay. Oh, how do I stand up?
20, so it's 20.
There we go.
25, so it's 5. Holy crap.
I need to look at the character sheet real quick. I still don't have everything memorized. It's only the third week.
And 15.
Oh.
20. Am I flanking with Zarik now on this guy?
No, because he's up in the air.
Ah, okay.
If you can make it to the guy on the ground, you could flank him, but not the one in the air.
Okay, so it'll be 5. Well, I don't want to get to that guy, so I'm going to go 5. 10, 15 immediately. Just get some room here, and I will go ahead and shoot the hand crossbow at. Are there ones that are sticking in him right now?
No, he got the one that was on him.
Okay, I'll fire the hand crossbow at this fellow.
Okay,
the one that I was going to hit. Here comes some bad rolls.
Hey,
look at that!
It's a hit.
All right. And sneak attack because he's engaged with Zarik.
Bolt goes straight through his little skeeter body, and he drops to the ground.
17 damage didn't even matter. And that was 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, wait. 15, 20, 25 would have been there.
Oh, it takes half my movement to stand up. Oh,
I'll go back here and then bonus action hide behind this tent.
Okay, Saren and Arock.
I will stand up.
Look, I forgot it.
22.
Oh, I'm going to cast...
Advantage. Yeah.
I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
I'm just going to go in order. Closest, bam, 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 bam. There's only 3 of them, right?
Yep. So your 3 missiles go out, bzz, boom, 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 and kill all of them.
Nice.
Impressive.
Sorry, I woke you up.
Killing them skeeters.
I got them skeeters, boys.
Why am I awake? What's
There was
going on?
skeeters.
Well,
I look at them.
Arrow, I know you only have to sleep like 4 hours, but some of us need 12. And I only get 8.
Sorry, I didn't know Arock was going to be able to dispatch them so easily. Okay,
Well,
night-night. Going back to sleep
yes.
now.
I'm going back to bed as well.
Zarik, don't be afraid to wake us up if you are under attack.
You see your peasants, they stick out and they pop their head out. What's all that racket?
Don't worry about it.
Wait.
It's fine.
Our peasants, they have like a super nice tent and like all this crap they're carrying with them. They're like secretly royalty, I'm convinced.
It's not a nice tent, it's just a big tent.
A big tent's a nice tent because we
Made it
don't even have a
themselves.
tent.
They went to the store in a big town, not some shady guy in the middle of the jungle to buy a tent. Okay. Back to sleep, Zarik. Continue your watch.
Yep.
All is quiet. You're a little itchy. You got a couple mosquito bites. But that's all you got. Third watch.
Take third watch.
Already up. Might as well.
Ooh, 22.
Ooh.
You're sitting there watching, and you see two elves come from the way that you guys came from, wearing the like the guard uniform that they're wearing in town, and they're coming through, quiet, but they're just walking through, not really paying any attention. They look at you, but don't say anything.
How you doing?
They don't say anything. It's one of them nods.
How you doing?
He nods again, and then they just keep on walking down the trail you guys are going. Other than that,
No more skeeters.
it's quiet.
Nice.
Okay. Morning comes. You see Jardel gets his shop set back up again.
But a short rest.
Yeah.
Oh man. Don't know if it matters for anyone but Zarik, but
I'm looking to see if it matters. It does not appear to matter.
Ooh.
yeah, I don't think it would.
I get my
Before I take my short rest, I'm gonna do second wind.
healing back. Short rest.
Is second wind better than short rest?
Yes, because I get it back after a short rest. So we just got
Man.
13 back. Nice.
I think David might be able to handle all those guys. It's all depending on that first roll of mine. If more of them got attached, just when they get attached, they weren't in the old days.
Back in the good old days.
I think every edition before this, they drained con.
Yeah, they were brutal.
Yeah.
They were brutal.
This isn't so bad. They just drain hit points.
Oh, that's it? Okay, well then, yeah, they're not that bad.
Yeah, not as bad as I thought they were. Okay, morning is up. You guys have packed up. The tent is packed back in its baggie. And away you head back southwest again. As you keep going southwest, give me a perception and a survival check while you're out here. It is getting more and more humid, and you're starting to pick up the faint twinge in the air of the sulfur smell. That rotten egg, sulfury smell. As you know, there are hot springs up ahead.
Not smell like bread.
There we go.
Rotten egg water doesn't smell too bad.
I beg to differ.
I've been to St. Augustine. All the water there smells like that.
St. Augustine, a hot spring place?
No, they got a lot of sulfur in their water though. Drank from the Fountain of Youth there. Just tastes like rotten eggs.
What was your perception? Ooh. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty clear walk. There it is. As you get, it's about 6 hours, and you find out from what's her face? Nora. Nora tells you. You got about 6 hours to get there. She's got a map. She knows what she's doing. And
why did she need to hire us? She seems way more equipped.
She's not. She's pretty. You can tell she's pretty frail.
Oh, okay.
She's just a
okay.
half elf commoner. So one of those Sturges would have taken her out.
Gotcha.
But she tells you about on the walk. She's just chatting it up. She's excited because she's almost there, and she's telling you about all the different sites, the hot springs, and then there's the bakery there in the hot springs where you can go get yourself a bread made. You make the bread and you put it on the rock, and it cooks it up for you. It's an experience, she tells you. This is what I've heard just from travelers. You got to be sure and stop by at the temple. I would encourage all of you to do that. You know, these are tough times. Just while you're here, you might as well, right? She's kind of trying to give you a little bit of the pitch.
Yeah.
When you head into the town, let me pull you over to the town board. As you make it there, nice and quiet like. Let me find my town. There it is. So the first sight you're getting assaulted by the smell of sulfur with the springs and all that. And the first thing you come to, when you come to a bit of a clearing, which I actually don't have on my map here, but there we go. So the jungle kind of gives way, and the first thing you see is a big graveyard, which isn't really the site that you initially planned or expected to see when you got here. It is a small little village. You can see the temple sort of dominating the place, and some places have kind of built up around that temple. You are getting the smell of sulfur, which is overpowering the slight smell of bread. And as you go through the town, the trees give away, and it starts going more into the hot springs and the rocky and a little more, not desolate, but a little bit more hot spring area, southwest of where you guys are at.
This village looks like this. It looks like, doesn't look jungly.
It wasn't a good jungle village, so.
Oh, okay.
This with jungle trees. It's only jungly on the east side, where you guys are coming in, which is over on this side.
We're still like in a tropical environment.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because you've got the sea is just not too far from here, actually. If you keep on going, you basically cut the continent, a little peninsula, and
Gotcha.
So they the first thing you notice is the graveyard right away. And as you come into town, it does have like a small little stockade fence, just kind of that's been partially built, which you can see here on the edge. And they are beginning to get a fence built up. And you come around, you see a guard, and they nod to you. They're fully decked out in not elven gear, but in Lisserot gear with the colors, which I don't remember what they are, with Lisserot. And the wreath, and not the wreath, but the wheat stalks, and you can tell they are worshippers of Lisserot, but they are taking on the guard duty.
Yeah.
They nod to you and welcome to Alatia. And just nod to you, and your commoners that are with you, they excited, and they look to you, and they start grabbing their pockets, and they pull out the 8 gold, and they're kind of there's like 5 copper here and 4 copper, and they're just kind of it's like a big pile of pennies, basically, is what they're gathering up to get their 8 gold, and then they hand it over to you and say, "Thank you very much for helping us out. We plan on being here for a while. How long do you plan on staying?"
I look over to Eru.
Probably not very long, but I'm glad we got you here safely. Have a nice time.
She nods to you, and the old guy looks at you again and looks at A-Rock. Says, "Look at the sky sometime." Parting words of wisdom. So in front of you, you have a small village. That is clearly central point is this temple here. It's nice. Birds are chirping just like you hear. You see a lot of folks walking around. There is no. You've got the folks at the gate, not gate, but at the entrance of the town that are wearing something official, but you don't really see anything else like that around. You make out that this first one, I believe, is the inn, if I remember right. First one here is the inn. This one over this way. You've got, of course, the temple. You've got a bunch of little houses and shops and just other things that have been built up. Just sort of a village that's been set up for travelers. What do you want to do?
Is there a guard presence?
No. Other than what you saw at the gate. That's really all you see.
Okay. Is there a rookery here?
There is not.
Okay.
You notice there is a tower in the church, in the temple, which would qualify, which might qualify for that rookery.
Okay. I will go back to the front gate.
Again, it's not a gate. There's just like the beginnings of a wall, and there's it's where the road comes in. Yeah.
Yeah, where the guards were standing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for Rogar. Is there a way I could, someplace I could find him here?
What's the need to speak with Rogar?
Well, he seems very impressive, and I had a gift for him.
You can leave it here. We'll take it to him.
I really must insist that I deliver this one in person. Is he around?
Rogar's a busy man. If there's any gifts you want to leave with him, you can leave it with us, or you can leave it at the town hall, and we'll make sure we get it to him.
Okay. Is he in town though? Is he here or is he out of town?
He comes and goes.
Hmm. Is he as impressive as everyone says he is?
Of course. Rogar has saved their town here.
Does he keep a residence here?
Yes. In the center of town.
Where is that?
Center of town, next to the temple.
Is it a sight to behold?
Well, it's not too impressive, but please don't bother him. Just take your notes and look and go about your business. Rogar,
okay.
busy man.
It's also the bread. Where is that here?
There's a bakery in town.
Okay, those are the two things that I wanted. But if I can't meet Rogar, that's okay. As long as I get the bread experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still something I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you for your time. And I will
Lissarat be
walk
with
off. And also with you.
And also with you.
And I will.
Saren, you pick up the there's two guards, sort of guards. The other guard is sizing you all up while the other guy's talking.
You see anything interesting?
He doesn't say anything. Says, "Well, what's?" And the guy that's talking to Eru says, "What was that?"
What? What was what? I was just talking. A little banter.
No, any questions? You can bring them to us, or take them to the temple.
Well, fantastic.
Come on, guys, let's go get the bread. It's supposed to be delicious.
How delicious? Okay, yes, sure. We'll go for the bread.
He looks at you, the guard, and says, "Yeah, the bread's good. Go get some bread."
Bread it is, I guess.
Your what do you call it? Your cargo has already made it into town, and they're way up ahead. As you guys make it into town, there is this sort of central figure. This is supposed to be like, I saw this was in here, and I was like, oh, perfect. It's like a tree around this sort of rock thing. It's like a big stalk of wheat, as sort of symbolic for this
Oh,
rocks.
okay. Where's it at?
In the map, it's a big tree, but think of it as a big stalk of wheat, like a statue with this sort of stone structure around it.
This is like the god of wheat in this town.
Yeah, Lissarat, the god of bread and protection.
Because what is more protective than a nice warm loaf of bread?
Bread, yeah.
This is Isaac's creation, so
That's delicious.
perfect. You ever looked at like any mythology and like what God's domains are and all that? When you play D&D, they all make sense. Like, oh, he's god of this and this. It all makes It's all the same kind of family.
Yeah,
Real like mythology, it's like makes no sense at all.
Yeah, they're like
She's the god of fertility and rivers and fleas. It's like that makes no sense at all.
I remember on this one I rolled weird and I was like, I don't know, bread and protection.
I think what you have to think of is that the river provides fertility for the land around it.
And the fleas provide fertility for themselves.
Yeah.
So I want to walk towards the bakery, but I want to try to find this, like, be on the lookout for this house in the center of town and see if there's like a mailbox outside that says Rogar.
There is, so at the center of town, there's that sort of statue, basically, and you can see your people are there, and they're kind of gathering their belongings up and sitting down, admiring the statue. There's another group there that's sitting there, and they look pretty scuffed up. They've been through some things. There's 3 of them there, and they got one of them's got his face has been clawed, and you can tell they've been through a tussle. The house that he was sort of motioning towards is just right next to this altar, and as you approach it, you make it. It's not a house so much as it's more of just sort of like the town center, more of an office, really. Just from the look, it doesn't look like a house. It looks like it's a structure, but based on the sort of there's like a sign outside, which is sort of like some things pinned on it, and it looks more like an official building.
So that is not what I think. Where I think Rogar is.
That's where he pointed.
Oh, okay.
That's where he mentioned. It's where he described.
All right. As we walk back past this to the bakery, I just want to get I want to case it, see how many like doors are on it, where the potential window exits would be, that kind of thing.
There is another one of those guard-like. I say guard. They're not wearing like anything official. They're just wearing like standard clothing, blouses, but they do have armor on.
Yeah.
So there's nothing standard about them, but they do have some of them have a couple that go into the front had symbols of Lissarat. And this guy by the door, just kind of a commoner with guard's clothes. He is standing outside the door, guarding it. The town is reasonably busy. Not as busy as Lissarat was, but there's a decent amount of people walking around, all different walks of life. There's a lot of elves, but there is some humans around. You pick up a couple of gnomes that you spot walking down the streets, and you see a goblin even amongst as you walk by the tavern. You can see in the windows, and you're making your way over to the bakery, which I think was this one. It's the big bakery. Yeah, this is it. I think that was it. Yeah. There's a bakery back here, next, back this way, which is a bakery in town. It's not the one that you go out to the hot springs to bake with.
Okay. How does the bread smell in here?
I mean, it smells pretty sulfury, but it's once you go inside, you can smell it's bready. They have a shelf of Lissaret bread and holy bread, and they also seems like they make it here also.
Holy bread.
Mother, do you want some banana bread?
Here.
Speaking of bread.
I'll get it afterwards.
Oh no, you just crushed his dreams.
How much for a loaf of bread here?
Here is a silver piece a piece.
Mm.
Some of them have it's like a sourdough loaf, and it has 3 wheat stalks sort of like placed on top of it. This is really nice looking bread. Like the stuff at Lissarat, it was just sort of like, like grandma made it. It was just a hunk of bread. This is like nicely designed. This is tourist town bread, and it has the leaf marks cooked in bread on it.
This is tourist bread.
I'll buy one of them.
Okay.
Is it good?
It is very good.
It better be the best ever. Okay. I will. Oops. Is there a place to sit down and eat it in here?
You could not. Was there one inside there? We'll go by with the model. I don't think it was not inside. But you can sit outside on the step if you want. But there's no chairs inside.
I'll go around whatever side of the building has some shade.
Okay.
And is there anyone else around?
There's a couple humans that go walking in after you. They're wearing robes.
Is there anyone can I talk freely here? Is there people standing next to us?
You can find a spot easy enough to be away from the door.
That. I'll say, okay, I have to deliver this to Rogar, but it looks like maybe it's going to be difficult to convince people to let me see him. So there are a couple of options. What did I glean from the casing of the house there? How many entrances?
You just saw the one. in the front.
Okay. No windows or anything that were open?
There was windows, but they were shuttered.
Okay. Seems like we're going to have to do some convincing, or...
What about that? He said show him the box, right?
I think that's for... Well, you didn't hear that, actually.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, you right.
I have... Yeah, as far as I know, that's just for Rogar. I don't want to be like, hey, everyone in town, look at this box.
Look at this spooky box I got.
Got a spooky box for you. So you can either do some convincing and try to get in, or maybe you guys could distract him and I could sneak in the back, or not back,
Whoa.
but the door.
You want us to distract them?
Well, those are our options.
I can do a distraction.
I'm not so good with drawing a ton of attention to myself.
I think you might be selling yourself short.
I mean, if you looked at yourself, that's enough.
More
Draw
than
a
I
little
already
attention.
do. How about that?
Can be a distraction.
They seem to have this handled, actually.
Drake's eating banana bread as we speak.
That's the special sulfur ingredient, banana. They grow them in this village.
Of the people that were standing at the house there, at the Rogar's place,
Mm-hmm.
you said there were 3?
There's just one guard outside. There was
Okay.
3 that were look like travelers, like the ones you brought in. They just been beat up. They are closer to the statue.
And did I get a sense of what this building is for, if it's not simply his residence?
It's hard to tell from outside. It's pretty closed up. But because of something pinned on the front, it looks more like maybe a small town hall. Or not a residence, but like an office.
It's his fan club.
Okay. Perhaps we could just walk inside? I don't know.
I could
Well,
maybe
nothing.
put a couple of them to sleep, and that might make them freak out for a second. Give you time to get in there.
I mean, it doesn't look like anyone is keeping you from just walking in the door.
Let's test that theory. I will start walking that way.
Oh, okay. As he walks away.
I will cast resistance on Eru.
Okay. You start walking up to the door, and there is there's an elf there in standard clothes with armor, and he looks at you, sees you coming.
I'm going to try to just walk up there, not purposefully not making eye contact, but just staring at the door. And right as I get to the edge, they're like, "Good afternoon," and try to just like I own the place, just walk on
He
it.
takes a step in front of you, in front of the door.
Oh,
Well,
hello.
as you start stepping up, and he says, "You here to see Rogar?
Yes.
Rogar doesn't take visitors. Only you have to make an appointment."
What does he have free?
He'll be in tomorrow morning.
He's not here today?
He's not available right now.
Even
Whatever
for
you need, I
old
can
friends?
I can pass along. Old friends.
Yes, he will want to see me.
What's your name?
Tell him Mac is here.
Okay. Where are you staying?
I'll stay right here.
I gotta go get him and tell him Mac is here.
I'll wait.
He's not in this building. I'll get you tomorrow morning. I'll tell him Mac is here.
Is he telling the truth to me? Is he not in the building?
He seems like he's dealt with. I don't know. He's a little
A
perturbed.
lot of fans.
Yeah, he's kind of like a manager. Like, leave him alone.
All right. But if he's mad because he didn't get to see me today, that's on you.
Okay, you should have set up an appointment. I don't know what to tell you, Mac.
Well, it was supposed to be a surprise, but I guess that's not going to happen now.
Well, you can surprise him in the morning. If you need to do it now, you can go to the camp out.
The camp out?
Well, yeah, you're friends, right?
Yes.
Well, then you know where the camp out is.
Well, I haven't seen his old friend. I've not seen him in a long time.
Then best you wait till the morning.
Did he point a direction when he said camp out?
No.
All right. There an inn in town?
Of course. He points to the across the street.
Okay. I will go back to my party and inform them of everything that just happened. I'll leave out the part about me saying I was Mac.
For a little description, I forgot I left out. There is a board up there that has some things pinned up to it, nailed into it. A couple of them, well, the majority of them are just like, "Thank you, Rogar, for keeping us safe. You're the best, Rogar." There's like a little kid's drawing of Rogar. There is one that looks like it was a note. It just has his name on it. It's been folded and stick up there. There's actually a couple of those, and it seems like it's just sort of like it's the mail delivery for fans for Rogar.
The Rogar fan. Dude, I told you it was his fan club. I nailed this.
Okay. I will go back and tell them he's at some sort of, well, potentially at some sort of camp out. They say he'll be here tomorrow morning. I would like to keep an eye on this all night if I can, or at least for most of the night.
We can take shifts.
Okay. I'll go into the inn, see how much it is for a room.
It's 2 gold a room.
2 gold a room.
Woof.
You still got that tent?
I still have that tent.
It's getting about sunset, and you can the people that you came here with, they're not getting a room. You can see they're setting up just outside, just sort of in the grass. And it seems like a few folks are doing that. Also, there is a board in front of the inn. Looks like a job board or some sort of board in the inn. Also, or just outside the inn as well.
What does it say on it?
It's got some notes. One of them's a missing person. Actually, there's a couple missing persons on there. One is looking for, they've lost one of their family heirlooms. There's another one that's missing their dog. And then there is, what was the other one? Oh, so yeah, someone's missing their sword, and a family sword, like the heirloom one. Heirloom one was just like a candle holder thing.
Are there people like sitting in here eating or anything?
Yeah, the tavern is packed.
Can I go up to the biggest rube in here and be like, "Hey, you live here? Just in for a couple of days. Saw the job board there's lots of missing people from here."
Well, there's a couple of them. Them bandits. I've only been here a week, but man, they're in here all the time. I hear stories. Every time someone comes in, they get hit by those bandits. We're safe here. Old Rogar's got the safe pretty well worked up. Rogar and his team there. We call them the elves call them Othar. We call them the caretakers. But they sort of keep us safe around here. They don't ask much. Just a small little fee occasionally, and then all is safe around here.
The people go missing from the town, or just these are posts from people who have come in?
Well, I don't know any of them. but I just hear stories.
You
I've
say you've
seen-
been here for a week.
A week, yep.
What's brought you to town?
Well, what else? Lisserat.
Of course, of course.
I keep hearing all these stories about, well, we need protection and scary stuff out there in the world. Have you seen the star?
I have.
You got me worked up. I need a mixed trip.
Oh, yeah. What do you think the star means?
Oh, I hear a lot of stories. Some are saying
Which
that.
ones do you believe?
Oh, I don't know. I figure the safe way is just to believe all of them, and then I won't be wrong whenever it happens. You know, there's some are saying it's the end.
I give this guy.
The end of the world's coming, but I don't know about that. But maybe. Others just say, well, you know, maybe it's just a star. But I've been around 35 years. I've never seen a star just pop up. That seems a little weird to me. But maybe it's nothing. That could be that as well. What do you think it is?
You know, I don't know. I was like to gather the information and see what I can see how many people all think one thing, you know? See what the sort of a census.
Yeah. You know, you're open-minded for an elf. This guy's a human, by the way. He says most time
Thank you.
when
Thank you.
I talk to most elves, they seem to think, oh, it's nothing. It's just a star. It's just a space or whatever thing, or you know, the wild space. But I don't know about that. I think it's more than that. Maybe not.
It might be. Have you been staying at the inn this whole week?
No, I'm not rich enough for that. I got a tent. I just come in here for drinks.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, it was nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name's Gomez.
Gomez. Nice to meet you, Gomez. It's Morticia around.
Nice to meet you too. What's your name?
You can call me
Fantastic.
Mac. That's a funny name for an elf.
Mac. I know, right? I don't know what my parents were thinking.
If you hear anything about what that star might be, you come tell me.
Okay.
He goes back. He's got an ale.
Quick question: how would the
Okay.
kobolds react to the new star? Would I know?
You weren't there, so you don't know.
There's like
Um,
no stories about it.
Real
What?
quick, you said Rogar is a half orc or a full orc?
Full orc, from what you heard. You heard big orc.
Okay.
Are there like no legends that I know of about a new star appearing?
No, you rolled on that whenever it happened. You did not get it. I think Ulf succeeded.
Oh yeah. Oh well, yeah.
we know
way
it's
back.
it's a prophecy with Xerix.
There is
Yeah,
a
I told
prophecy.
him that.
Yeah, there is a prophecy with Xerix with it.
Okay, I will go back outside of the. Is there anyone in that inn that looks like wealthy?
Looks like everyone, pretty much everyone in the inn looks like they've got some nice clothes.
Except for this guy I'm talking to.
You said you're going for a rube. He's just some guy hanging out in the town drinking.
He is a rude.
I didn't mean an idiot. I meant a rube.
I was about to be like, I don't think this man is very educated. I think he's just going town to town talking about crazy star theories. The star could be anything.
So I wanted to try this one more time with the most gullible looking rich person in there.
He's being more specific this time, so you don't screw him over.
He's the one sitting alone. Everyone else
Okay.
has a group with him. But there are two elves that are sitting. Looks like they're having some wine in this inn here. They're wearing robes, the Lisserat colors. I don't know what Lisserat's colors are, but those Lisserat colors. Let me figure them out. Yeah, maybe the colors of Lisserat: gold, wheat, gold, and something else.
Um,
Real devout followers.
what kind of wine are they drinking?
Something red.
Can I ask the bartender first how much it is for a glass of whatever they are having?
He says, they're having the good stuff. It's going to be 5 silver a glass.
Okay. Thank you. And I will walk over to the table. I'll say, "Oh, hello.
They look at,
Good evening. May I sit?"
one looks at the other one. Do we know you?
No, I just got into town and thought I would talk to some people with some good taste. I noticed you are drinking the better stuff. Let me buy you another.
Raises it up. Now you can sit.
I'll point to the bartender. Say 2, so it'll cost me gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. I saw a board over on the town hall. Have you been here long?
Yeah, I work here.
Why have so many people gone missing? What's happening?
I mean, that's just the town. It's pretty dangerous place around here. It was a lot more dangerous 10 years ago. Bandits nonstop. But ever since Rogar came in, he's pretty much kept it safe around here. It's safe as long as you're in the town, in the tavern, around. I think he's commissioning a wall to get built now.
So I saw they were starting it out there.
Yeah, that's nice. Good for business.
Where do you work?
Well, I'm the crafter, or the armor crafter. Stop by my shop. I'll get you fixed up.
Maybe I will do that. So people just happen to go missing sometimes here. People that live in the town, or this is all people who have
just travelers. Travelers come in and they get hit by the bandits. Sometimes they kidnap folks. It's real sad. But you know when you get here, this isn't the safest place. It's safe here. But the wilds, well, they're not safe anywhere.
I see.
You know what will I see you got some nice armor, but if anyone you know needs some armor, it'll help your walk back. My shop's just down the way.
What kind of armor do you craft?
I mostly focus on cloth and woven armor. The lighter stuff.
I see. You are good at it?
I'm the best. He raises his glass.
Is he starting to... I mean, I don't know how long he's been drinking. Does he seem fairly lubed?
Not really.
Okay.
You figure an elf is going to takes a long time to get an elf drunk.
Okay.
Lubed up.
Okay, I'll just tell him. So I'm not in town for very long. I was just curious about that. But you say inside the town is safe?
Yeah, you're safe as long as you're in the town.
Well, and your armor shop is where? And I'm going to lean over and sort of try to get in his perspective if he's going to try to point.
He points back the way you came, kind of like behind the, like sort of in the direction of the bread store.
Okay, and as I'm leaning over there, I'm going to try to pick his pocket.
Okay.
That's not great.
So he's pointing back, and he's like, he doesn't say anything. You manage to pull out a couple gold pieces. And he's like, he leans over. He says, if I were you, I'd put that back.
I'll just say, "Oh, terribly sorry, my hand. I'm so sorry." I'll put the gold.
You can show me you're sorry by another round.
I'll go ahead and point over to him and spend another gold. Stupid die roll. You got it. See you around.
This is wise choice.
Dang dice, always screwing over their good plan, dude.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go back outside and just keep an eye on that house.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything?
I was already doing anything. I just sat down and started drawing in my journal.
I will like start setting up the tent and getting our spot ready and everything.
Okay. There's when you as nighttime hits, there are 4 other groups in addition to yours that have set up tents outside. And
wait, how much were the rooms?
they're 2 gold
2
apiece.
gold.
I shall stay in a room.
Okay. 2 gold. They tell you get a meal in the morning.
Nice.
And you of the 4 groups, one of them is your folks you came in with. There's those ones that were kind of roughed up a bit, and then there's 2 other group of elves that are here. The last group has a couple gnomes and a goblin in it as well. It's a big group of half elves, half little folk. But they're all setting up sort of in this square around the town. And the sun sets. Throughout the night, you notice there is no guard presence at all in this town, other than what you saw coming in. And there's the guy by the door.
So I would like to stay up for first watch, and then as soon as I'm done with my meditation, get up for whatever I can of the third watch to try to watch for anyone coming into town, specifically Rogar, but anyone coming inside from out of town.
Okay.
I'll take the second watch.
Take third.
On first watch, which was Era, right?
Yep.
Okay. You see from around the back. Yeah, go ahead and give me that. Okay. So from around the far side of town comes 2 elf, look like guards, like proper guards that you saw in Lissarat. Saren, I'm sure, filled you in with this. These that he saw 2 coming this way. These fit that description. And they go up and they have a talk with the guy at the door. And then they go inside.
Could I tell anything about what they were saying?
They were talking very quietly. So no, you didn't pick anything up. They were talking as if not to be heard.
Okay.
20 minutes go by.
Okay.
Door opens. Those 2 guards come out. And they start walking back the way out of town. One of them looks at you for a good couple seconds. Doesn't say anything. Nods eventually. And then keeps going.
Did I recognize him?
Mm-mm.
Very well. Was one of them... Did one of them... whenever I saw them walk up, there was one of them doing the talking?
Yeah.
And the other one hadn't said anything?
Just one of the guards was talking to the other guy, yeah.
Okay. And was that the one that was talking, the one that looked at me? Or was it the other one?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Do I do something or do I just wait? I think I just wait. Okay, I will wait.
Okay. Second watch.
I'll tell Saren about the guards.
Ew, no.
Okay. You didn't catch it until they were in the gate, but you saw there's a wagon, which you think that's going to be tough to get that wagon down that path, coming in, and there are 3 people. You can't tell race yet. Come walking in with this wagon, but like one's got a limp, they're in real bad shape. The wagon has it's not a wide wagon, it's pretty skinny, but it's got like a kind of a Conestoga wagon cloth thing over it, and it's torn. They're really bruised up, and they're hobbling into town. And they come in and they park the wagon there by the inn. And by now you can see, in your close up, you can see they are elves. But one of them's face is all not clawed up, but scratched up, like sword or some sort of slashing thing. One has a couple of arrow marks that have been in blood on his chest, and they're standing at near the inn talking for a moment.
I'm gonna head over to him.
Okay. And they're
Hey,
very on edge. They see you and they look at you. Only one of them has a sword at their side. The other two don't. And even as you get up there and you come in, you can see there is a body in the wagon.
hey, are you guys all right? What happened?
And they look at you. We got attacked. We knew it was dangerous, but Mitchell was supposed to keep us safe. And you can see the guy in the cart. He doesn't have any armor on. But he looked like he's wearing kind of like the like his armor's been taken off, and he's laying there unconscious.
I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on him. Let me try and help. Let me help. I'll cast Spare the Dying on him and check and see if he's still alive.
Okay, give me a medicine check. Actually, you don't need a medicine check. You go in and you touch him, and he's cold.
Okay. Back out.
Not cold, but he is not the right temperature.
Not healthy.
Yeah, he's dead.
Well, guys, I think your friend's gone.
Yeah, we know. We couldn't just leave him there.
Yeah.
We gave him. They just jumped us. We didn't know what to do, and Mitchell fought off one of them, but then, it was just too much. It was just a flash, and then these other folks came in, and luckily they were there, and they fought him off. They were like, they killed the guy. They killed Mitchell, and they could have killed all of us. They just took his stuff and ran off. It's whenever the other folks showed up.
While he's telling the story, I'm gonna start casting Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
Everybody sit down for a second and tell me what happened. Just give me a minute. And then
And as you're doing that, you can see one of the like a priestess of some kind or someone from the temple comes out and also begins. She's got some bandages and got some medical gear that she's going to use and start wrapping them up. But with the spell going off, she stops and she just kind of nods to you and she tells him, "You're welcome to stay in the temple tonight if you need." And they
11.
Okay,
Yeah, all of them.
That more than maxes them.
Yeah.
And so they can see him heal up, and they look at you kind of in shock, like they probably never seen that before. So they thank you very much.
Maybe write down your story of what happened, and then get some rest, and in the morning try to find some help.
Okay. And they go.
But get that story written down now, so you remember everything that happened.
Well, I'll try. And she escorts him into the temple. And they take the body into the temple also.
I'll head back.
Okay. Third watch.
Boy. 15.
You see the same people that he was talking about. They, with the help of a couple folks from the temple, head out to that graveyard you guys came to as you walked in.
Okay.
They're out there for an hour or two. and then they come back. Then the morning rises. Also on your third watch, the guy guarding the door, someone else comes in and relieves him. He takes off. Someone else comes in and stands in front of that door.
Was I awake to see that?
Yeah, you saw that. A-Rock, when you went upstairs, you noticed there's a big room up there, like a big open room. That's full. And then you've got your key to your room, just a little side room. Single bed.
Okay.
But you come down, you get your breakfast. Nothing
I come out
fancy.
to meet everyone.
Just
like,
kind of a gruel with a little bit of little bread on the side.
Man, I feel underserved for the amount of money I spent.
Tourist towns, man, the worst.
I know.
All
right.
I guess I'll go up to this new guy.
Mm-hmm. This one's a human.
I had an appointment with Rogar this morning.
Yeah, what's it about?
So I'm an old friend of his. My name is Mac.
What do you want to say to him? I'll acts like he's never heard of you before. I can pass along any information you want to send to his way. Any well wishes, any cards, any gifts you want to give, you can leave with me. I'll bring it to him.
No, he asked for me specifically. He will want to see me.
Well, and your name's Mac?
Yes.
I don't think I have a Mac listed. He didn't say anything about you.
Well, it was a surprise. Maybe the previous god did not put my name down properly. I talked to him, but he said Rogar would be here this morning.
Rogar is a busy man. I think it's best you come back another time.
You know, he really does want to see me.
I'm afraid I don't. You're not on my list, and I can't just be bothering Rogar like that.
Uh-huh.
Your passive
anyone else
insight
around right now?
Your passive insight tells you that he wants you to go away.
Yeah, I got that.
There's quite a few people around. It's morning. The folks that are out with their tents. You're right there in front of where all their tents and everything are. You got people standing outside the tavern. There's folks at the statue. So yeah, there's a lot of folks around here.
Yeah, I've returned.
Okay. Is it possible for me to just slip past him and go through the door, or is he like standing right in front of it?
He's standing in front of it.
Okay. So is there a way I could set up an appointment with him later today?
I'll tell you what. You leave me what you want to leave, and I'll make sure it gets to him.
Do I know that Rogar went to this special camp? Did anyone tell me that?
Yeah, I came back and said they went to the camp out.
Okay.
But I don't know if that was true or not. So I will tell him I want to see him. He's a friend of mine.
I'm sure he is. Rogar's friend of all. Rogar's a busy man.
Right. Do you know when he will be not busy?
Ooh. It's gonna be a while. Really, it's just best just leave it here and I'll make sure that he gets whatever he needs. I assume fan mail.
While he's talking to the guard about Rogar, I wanted to pull. Well, I'm with Saren, so I'm going to talk to Saren. Saren, this Rogar fellow, this town is protected by him, right?
Yep, that's what I discerned from this. Yeah.
Okay, he's at a special camp, and no one will say where the camp is, and people keep showing up injured. Is Rogar the bandit? Should we just go try to get caught by bandits? I think that might be the plan.
Possibly.
Uh,
Or maybe, yeah, that's probably right. I'll go with that.
I'll pitch that to Eru when he gets done
Yeah.
talking to that man at the door.
I'll back you up on that.
I'll come back over to you guys. I'll just say I'll check back maybe later, and I'll slip off to go talk to them. Well, then, did no one happen to see anyone big come in last night?
Oh, well, no. I slept inside of a room all night.
I
Yes,
just
very
saw
good.
some elves that got hurt pretty bad. They were beat up.
Has anyone ever seen Rogar and these bandits in the same room at the same time?
Actually, I had something to say about that exact line of thinking. I think maybe we just go get caught by some bandits, and we might find Jaman.
One of the peasants from last night comes up to Saren, the one you told to write it down. And he's kind of shaken. He's still, he clearly hasn't slept all night. And he's like, he comes up and he's like, well, I did it. You think this is best? And he hands it to you. He's shock and no sleep. Doesn't really know what he's doing, but he comes over to you and he has this parchment that he's got rolled up and he hands it over to you. I hope that will, I guess that's what you want.
I hope we can help
Okay.
this from happening again. Thank you.
He goes back to the temple.
What was that about?
They were the ones that were attacked last night, and I went and helped heal them up a little bit. I told them to write down exactly what happened, where it was, and everything. So hopefully, we got some good information if we're gonna go get ourselves attacked by bandits.
Does it mention if any of them were rather large?
Let's see. I will start reading.
They were traveling along, uneventful. They had a run-in with Jardel. Bit of an incident with Jardel, but nothing. No fists were thrown. No punches thrown. But he writes that he wanted to punch him. And all was calm until about a couple hours after they broke camp there. And they just out of nowhere, the bandits. There was 6 of them. Popped in. He describes them just wearing black clothing. They smeared like mud on their faces and just had swords and bows, and it was just like done in a flash. They went straight for Mitchell, and once Mitchell was dead, they demanded our money, which we began pulling our money out, and Kia, which was next to him, I handed over their coin purse, and they grabbed it. They started grabbing the armor off of Mitchell and his weapons, and then this big orc, followed by 5 others, jump in, just charge in from the jungle, and they took off. They ran, and this guy, didn't get his name, but they saved our lives. And then he described the last split is just him coming into town, meeting the tent.
Does it mention
place
where the people went after they saved them?
No.
And that sounds like our guy.
Go check it out.
No one saw him come in today, though, right?
No one saw the orc. Nope.
Okay, let's go get jumped by some bandits. Or perhaps let's go watch for some travelers coming in. Who, maybe some travelers who don't buy anything from Jardel.
Oh. Yes. All right.
Okay.
So I want to try to get close enough to where I can see that campsite where Jardel is, and just
It's about
I would
6
like to
hours.
sit there.
About 6 hours to get there.
Okay, I would like to sit there and wait without him noticing that we're there, if possible.
Okay, you can do that. Well, the rest of you might not be quite as stealthy.
I am not very stealth. Well, I
I'm
can
not.
switch my armor to stealth mode, but no, I'm not very
If you want
stealthy.
to take your armor off, you can probably do it. But with armor on, it's going to be
What?
pretty clear. It's a pretty straight shot. So unless you want to come trudging through the jungle, but then you're going to be snapping in twigs, and it's not easy to stealth here unless you are roguish or lightweight.
Well, we could
Like
always
Zarik could do it without armor, but
we could just stay in the tree lines and let him do it, right?
Yeah, I think that'd
If
be
you
best.
stayed far enough back, I could just send you a message if I see someone.
I think that's
Yeah.
our only option.
Okay, let's do it. So they'll stay further back. I'll stay closer but hidden.
I'll be right back.
And then I'll let them know what I see.
how far out do you want to go where you can see Jardel?
I would like to be able to see Jardel, yes.
Okay.
And anyone who's going to come up and talk to him.
So you'll be pretty close. How far back are they going to be?
As far back as we think that they probably out of line of sight of Jardel. I mean, how thick is the forest? Like, could they just be a little further back, but like behind a whole bunch of brush or something?
Yeah, the jungle's very thick, but being able to, once you get in the jungle and sit still, you're fine. But getting in the jungle is going to be pretty noisy.
Okay, you said
For,
how
like,
noisy is this jungle normally?
Okay, not noise. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's very noisy as in birds and things, but like if you're just trying to keep stealthy from Jardel, you can do that. So they'll be 60 feet back, whatever. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want them to like not have. I want Jardel to not be able to see them.
Okay.
And I'll also I'll ask Sarah. And I'll say, while we are looking around, can you see if there are any tracks, maybe from where they ran last night?
Yeah, I'll check for everything. I'll just start scanning.
Yep. Give me that check.
Ooh,
That's
I'll
survival?
assist.
We doing survival or?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll give him the help action if you'll allow it.
That's what I was gonna do.
You can assist with some perception.
Okay.
I'll be like, I'm not finding anything. I forgot to cast guidance on myself, so I'll cast it on you.
It's really hard. Like you think you catch a couple tracks, but you can't tell if it's people or if it's monkeys
15.
or yeah, this is pretty difficult.
Okay.
You start like at one point you pick up a track, but it doesn't go anywhere. You do. I'll
You
give
would
you.
think the
you get-
giant orc tracks would be easier to find.
You don't see any orc tracks. You don't get any of those. But you do get a boot. You get one boot print.
One
Alright.
boot print.
Mm-hmm.
How big is that boot print?
Human elf size.
Oh, okay.
All right. You guys wait here. I will sneak up to it.
Guidance.
Do we know what time they were jumped last night? Does it say in the note?
It was getting. They were running a little behind, and it was getting about sunset.
About sunset. Okay.
Yeah, they came in pretty late.
Okay. I will wait there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth.
Here comes double nat ones. You ready?
Oh
Why
god.
would you even say that?
Why you gotta jinx yourself like that?
Hey, that's not bad.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's even better.
25.
All right. So, as you're sitting there, stealthy like, I need everyone else to give me stealth checks also. Or you stealth into the jungle.
I will guide
Oh.
myself.
I'd rather-
I could have.
whatever.
I could have
gonna
given
have you do it.
myself a stealthy armor.
I was gonna have you do that whenever you were, but you walked away.
I believe I need a 4.
No,
Hmm.
I rolled a 20.
You got your stealthy
I
armor.
got a 3. I got an 8.
Do you have disadvantage
Yikes.
with your armor, Eric?
Oh yeah, I do.
David, catch roll this twice.
because I didn't
I
have
think all
time
three
to
of you
turn.
guys.
All right, that's good.
I think all three of you have disadvantage.
No, yeah, if I'd have known we were doing
Alright.
this, I could have switched it.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if one of you fails hard enough. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Did you roll double 18s? You did.
That's right.
Awesome.
Ah, look at that. Okay.
It's because he's small.
I rolled a 12 the second time,
Back in my military days.
but I'm not moving. I'm just sitting still.
I have a shield. That's why I'm so loud.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, trees.
Oh, the
Get out
brush.
of my way, trees.
You Eru, as your stealth, you're looking Jardel's way, and you can just barely see Jardel. So on that side on the opposite side of the road, and you see just kind of like his profile of him sitting there, just whistling. And from the trees up ahead in that clearing, it's all quiet. You see some person step out of the jungle and walk over and talk to Jardel.
What are they wearing?
It's all black clothes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Can I tell what they're talking about body language wise? Does he look nervous, or does he like, oh hey, it's you again? Let's chat for a minute.
They seem to know each other.
Okay.
Jardel was a little guarded, especially when you jumped up on him. He's not guarded now. They're just having a chat. And Jardel nods. And then he moves back into the jungle.
Okay. I knew it.
Okay.
Can I track how far like that guy's going?
You can
moving too far?
if you remember where the jungle thing was, where the clearing was, he comes out like right where the clearing goes into the path, and that's where he goes back in. You're on that side as well, but you're about I think you're about 120. Is that what we said? 120 feet back from there. So give me a perception check. Let me try to follow him.
I don't want to follow.
I mean, follow with your
Okay.
eyes.
Follow with your eyes.
I don't
You
mean,
see
yeah,
with your
sorry.
eyes, not with your hands. 21.
Okay, that's pretty good. So you see him move back into the jungle, and it's hard to see him, but you can't see him, but you know where he is based on leaves moving and branches moving, and occasionally you catch a little glimpse of him. It's thick, but as you follow him back, you see he goes back another 100 feet into the jungle, and it looks like you just catch over the wind a little bit of a voice murmur. He's talking with someone else in the jungle.
Okay. Am I downwind from them then?
Yeah. They begin walking your direction, but they're further in the jungle.
Towards my party?
Mm-hmm.
What time of day is it right
So
now?
you're on the north side. Your party's on the south side, in the jungle, just in this little 5-foot trail that goes through. They're on the north side as well. They're about 100 feet into the jungle, and you are east of your party. They're east as well, and they're moving west, and they're just now moving about. How do I describe this? They're about to where you are now, but 100 feet away.
Does it look like they're moving directly towards my party, or just happen to be?
They're just
in
moving
direction?
west. They're just moving west.
Okay. Do I know how many of them?
Give me another perception check. You know there's a few. You can't really tell if it's 2, 4, 5, somewhere in there.
17.
3, 4, 5, somewhere in there.
Okay. I will cast message to Saren.
Okay.
Some bandits are headed in your general direction. 3 to 5 of them. They were just talking with Jardel. Friendly.
Should we let him catch us, or should we? Yeah.
Cast message again. I don't know if they've spotted you yet, but I will be behind them if they do.
All right. We're ready. I'll let everybody know what's going on. Airlock. 3.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Bandits.
Time to pay
Bandits.
attention.
I have to pay attention.
Bandits are incoming.
Okay. Eru from down the road, further past the camp, you see a wagon, not a wagon, but a cart, and some people coming from the other side. Start walking this way. That's where we'll end.
Does it look like just normal people, or does it look like a big orc?
It's a long. No, this is from the other side of the clearing, like a party's coming in.
So they're coming this way, and that the group of bandits is walking the same direction as this party coming in, just further away.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the name of this town we were in?
This is
Alatia?
Alatia.
Spell that for me.
Alatya. Elven words are really easy to come up with. Like, I want a word for shield. Is it protection and all that kind of stuff? Ah, there you go. Thanks, Tolkien. All right, that's where we'll end. You've got some innocent civilians coming this way. You got bandits about, and you have a poorly hidden party.
All right.
Well, one of them's poorly hidden. The other two are great. All right. Next week, we'll see if Krog is on that caravan or not. As he comes in.
I think Krog might be on the caravan. I can't tell yet. It's going to take about a week for me to be able to tell.
Yeah. I need a lot more time to see this, guys.
So thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.